What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode 20 of the Moviegoers Live Show. Again, it's almost been like about a month-long hiatus, but we're back, and I'm very happy to be back. I still want to continue doing the show as much as I can for you guys. It's just, again, schedules and all that good stuff. But tonight, I am bringing on a very special guest here tonight, a brand new face of the channel, not only, but this is also his very first live stream in general. So this should be a lot of fun getting to have you guys get to know him. So welcome to the channel, Justin Shrader. What is up, man?
What's up, Luke? It's good to be here, man. It's nice to finally see you. You know, I've watched you on my phone for a long time, so being here, it's pretty surreal. It's pretty cool.
Yes, and I'm very happy to have you here. If you guys haven't already, I left a link in the description below that goes to his channel, so please go subscribe to him and go give him some love because he absolutely deserves it. And why not? Subscribe to my channel as well. That button's right there, red. It's waiting for you to subscribe. And also tap on that notification bell so that way you guys don't miss anything that I upload. Tap that thumbs up as well. And also share the stream with your friends because it'll help us get the view and the algorithm stuff up. So, I would really appreciate it. So, yes. So Justin, how are you doing today, man?
Dude, I'm great. It's once you contacted me a few days ago and told me about this, I got really excited. So I've been anticipating it, and yeah, it's good. My passion is movies, so I'm happy to be on here talking about them with like-minded people.
Absolutely, that's what we're all here for, especially with this film community. This is honestly a great community to be around. I mean, obviously some toxic things will be around. I mean, that's going to be any community, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially with some news that has been coming around recently, not just about the strikes, but just about people in general.
Yeah.
Did you hear the news about Rachel Zegler being hated on by the internet now?
Yeah, because Snow White. Any Disney thing I've noticed, and I used to be a Disney lover. I have a lot of the classics on Blu-ray, and then they released Disney Plus like a few years after I got into collecting. So you don't even need, I love physical media, but it's like Disney Plus kind of hurts physical media. But any Disney thing for the past few years, there's always some type of fine line controversy, and it's always because of a casting choice or something silly. It's like if the person's talented and what's the issue, you know?
Yeah, and plus a lot of people have been putting out a lot of racist comments and backlash because of the fact that she got cast as Snow White.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'll see it. I didn't get to see Elemental, and I did see Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones, but I've kind of been hit or miss with a lot of the new Disney releases. But Little Mermaid, that was really good. I saw that one in theaters. So even if they're not great, they still leave me in a good mood. All those live action Disney films they've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really dug the Little Mermaid. I thought it was great. And look, I kind of understand what Rachel Zegler was saying, especially about the backlash and everything. I understand her.
Yeah,
guys, just calm down a second here. Just let her speak a little bit.
Yeah. See, with our phones and social media, we're so everything's digestible if you want it or not. And for me, for the past few years, I've just chosen to kind of not mute it, but ignore a lot of it. So I saw that there was stuff because I watched a lot of other channels, and I think John Campia or somebody bring it up. But I try not to actually dig into the article because it can just be heartbreaking sometimes. And it's I feel like that's kind of what the celebrities have to do too, is just kind of mute it out of their brain and not get sucked into that wormhole, because it's got to be intimidating.
What it feels like what's happening, though. It's that's why sometimes the film community can be so toxic, because of people just saying oh, they're going to destroy their career just by saying that. No,
yeah.
Rachel Zegler still has quite a bit of a career ahead of her.
Oh, dude, she's just now spreading her wings. She's real. I liked her. She was in Shazam too, right? I thought she was.
Yeah, and she was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah, Like I know Blue Beetle's coming out. We'll have to talk about that. But like DC, like they haven't been my favorite lately. But I actually like Shazam 2 more than the Flash, which is kind of a hot take, I guess. But I thought it was a really fun time.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of on equal footing with like I honestly kind of feel a little on equal footing, even though I kind of do prefer the Flash. And no, I'm not saying that because I support Ezra Miller because he is a horrible person.
Yeah.
But if we can overlook that, he is a good actor. Like I see it in him.
Ezra's a great actor. For me, as a Flash fan, even in Justice League, I liked what Ezra did. I thought it was kind of like at the time it was like DC's like version of Tom Holland's Spidey, you know, like he was kind of Bruce Wayne's little like protege, and they had that same dynamic between Peter Parker and Tony Stark. So I liked what they were doing at first, but in his own movie, I don't know. I thought the two Ezras, like two Barrys together, it was a little chaotic for me, and like I could not get sunk. Like I couldn't sink my teeth into the tone of the movie. I still thought it was an enjoyable like movie. It felt all the DC movies, no matter what they do, if they can like the DCEU movies, they always go for it. They do some crazy shit. Like Black Adam, that whole third act was wild. I thought with Doctor Fate getting his big moment at the end, and then Shazam 2 really went for it with all the monsters at the end. Like they always have these crazy ideas that they build up to in the third act, and I think Blue Beetle might be the same. It looks a little more of a personal story, but they're also going to do that crazy CGI battle like we're so conditioned to with superhero films.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing though. Like, can we all agree on what the biggest issue with the Flash is? The CGI.
Oh man, God,
The CGI in the Flash is horrible.
It felt like it was like they were playing a joke on us. Like as the movie went on, I was like, "Are y'all?" And then Andy Muschietti said it was intentional to like show you Barry's perspective of how matter looks to him, I guess, and how things come across to his vision. But it's like that doesn't help.
That's inexcusable, though.
Oh, dude, like you gotta.
But at the same time, though, it really is not an excuse.
It's not because you got to think about the audience. Like, okay, if Barry sees it like that, the audience isn't running super fast. We don't have to. Like, I get the idea on a stylistic level, but it just came off hideous. It was really bad.
Yeah,
and the sad part is when he's in that speed bubble, the dome, whenever he starts to learn how to run back, and then you see a little flash because they took out Henry Cavill. Apparently, had a scene in the movie, and they took him out, but they put him a clip from Justice League whenever he's swinging at Barry, and they put that in there as like a CGI monster, and that's our last look at Henry Cavill Superman in the DCEU, which is heartbreaking. It's sad.
Yeah, but
that poor guy got so shafted by them, man. He gave them so many chances, and I mean, I'm excited for David Cornsweet.
But again, though, like despite those problems, I still had a really fun time with the Flash.
Yeah, yep.
But it took me a little bit to come around on that one though, because first time I watched it, I was like, the hype really got to me. I was just like, what?
Oh, dude, I did a little Blue Beetle trailer reaction, and I kind of brought that up about how it all feels a little shady. Like everybody and their moms were talking about The Flash, you know, months before it came out. It's the best movie ever. Even some critics I watch were saying it's like the showstopper of the year. And I was expecting like the new Top Gun, you know, just a crowd pleasing, like undeniably fun time. And it was just like a good superhero movie, but like it didn't hit great for me. So I was like, and it was weird that all these celebrities were talking about it. It really felt like they got paid off. And I don't know. Yeah, Tom Cruise. And then even like I follow some WWE superstars, and they were getting invited to the premieres. And like I'm like, what do y'all have to do with Warner Brothers? It was very strange. Like everywhere I looked, everybody was talking about The Flash. And then I saw it, and it was just they set themselves up for disaster because, yeah, like they kind of lied to the audiences, in my opinion.
But I can't. But just full disclosure, though, it's not the movie itself is not a disaster.
No, it has a good like through line, the plot, and it gets crazy at the end. And
it has a really heartbreaking backstory.
Yeah, and Ezra, like you said, Ezra is such a great talent, and that scene with his mom. No spoilers, but you know the scene in the grocery
Yeah, in the
store.
grocery store, like when
Wow.
he's saying goodbye to his mom, like for the final time. It's
Yeah,
like,
man.
oh my god.
I got wrapped up in those emotions. It hit me like a truck because the movie's moving so fast, and then that happens, and I didn't expect like a big mic drop emotional scene like that, and it was beautifully done.
Yeah, for sure. But let's hit these comments here because I'm
Yeah, hey
seeing a lot of
guys.
people coming in. The View with Drew, the MVP of the channel, by the way. He's always popping in. What's up, my man?
Hey Drew.
Camcross Comics, what's up, my friend? Thank you for being here. And Drew, you did the right thing, man. Good
Yeah,
job.
thanks, Drew. I told him I'm gonna get on after here and find him and sub to him. So
There
thanks.
you go. Spicy 4K Actions in the building. What's up, my man? Thank you for being here.
Thank you, thank you.
My good buddy Laren is in the chat. What's going on, Laren? Thank you for
Hey
being here.
Laren. He was on the previous stream, wasn't he? A few days
Yeah,
ago.
the last Q&A, I invited him on, and he will be one of the next guests on the show here sometime soon.
Sweet.
So, let's see. And Lance Jackson's in here. What's going on, Lance? Says, wanted to say hi. Got to get up early at 5.
Hey Lance.
That's how early I got to get up on Friday at least.
Yeah, that's depressing.
Tonight though, I'm good. Like I don't gotta go to bed early. I don't gotta wake up so early. I am scot free tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be up because I'm drinking a little G Fuel, so I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot. But I wanted to give the people a fun time.
Well, there you go. That does help. So, here's a good question.
Oh.
What is your favorite movie of the year so far from Spicy 4K Action?
All right, Spicy 4K. Actually, I know Luke's a big advocate for physical media, and I told him earlier I'm not actually at my house. I'm filming somewhere else, my cousin's, but I brought some of my physicals, and this is the one. This is the only physical media I bought this year. John Wick 4 right here. This it's the steel book. It's a beautiful steel book.
That's the Walmart one, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. Look at the back. I love that back.
Oh,
you can see Donnie Yen right there. Dude, this movie is like one of my earliest things with movies, even when I was young and dumb. As a kid, I always loved good action, like good fight scenes, especially hand-to-hand combat. I like The Raid and Kingsman and a lot of movies like that. And John Wick's always been like one of the best at the hand-to-hand. And I felt like John Wick 4 was like the Avengers of stunt acting. Like it felt like every great stunt actor kind of assembled in that movie. And every shot looks like a screensaver. It's like one of the greatest shot action movies I've ever seen. I saw that one 3 times in theaters as well. I told him that's like my limit is about 3 times. But I love John Wick 4. It's currently number 1.
Especially if it's a movie that you love. So it's like,
oh, dude, and you only get that. I mean, they might re-release it years down the line, but you only get that surround sound like once, like when you're at the theater when it's getting released. And those club scenes in John Wick 4, whenever he fights Killa, Scott Adkins, like seeing that on the big screen, it was heaven, dude. It was so beautiful.
Yeah,
the sound,
so good. But my favorite movie of the year, I mean, it's actually kind of a 3-way tie for my favorite of the year. I mean, even though my top 8 is like the ones that I would say are the best movies, but my top 3 are like the best ones, like the ones that I think could all be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want, though, I can actually go over my top 10 because it has been a really good year. Like
it has, and I actually get to let the people in the chat know, but I actually checked out your letterbox earlier and got a little sneak peek. So I know these movies you're about to talk about.
All right. Well, let me just. I will show them if I own them. So.
I don't know. Are any of them? I don't know if any of them are on physical yet. With if I'm thinking of the same ones.
All right. Well, I can tell you though. What is it? My number 10.
Oh.
Mommy's with the Mackage now.
Oh, nice.
Evil Dead Rise.
Yes, that's in my top 10 as well. I love that movie.
So damn good.
It was phenomenal.
I saw that one twice.
It's
saw
on
that
HBO.
opening night, and it was a packed out theater. I saw the second time I saw it, it was completely empty. Like,
wow.
I saw it alone, and it was on Mother's Day out of all days.
Oh, that's kind of fitting. It came out. That was such a good joke how they dropped it on Mother's Day weekend, though. I forgot about that.
Well, it wasn't on Mother's Day weekend. It was a couple of weeks beforehand.
Oh, okay, but around that time
But
frame.
the time I saw it a second time, it was Mother's Day.
Wow.
And it was so good, dude. And it helped even more on how much I love it, man. It's so fucking good.
Dude, I like Evil Dead. I respect it as I know you're a big horror guy and I am too. And Evil Dead's like a pioneer in the horror genre. But like I thought it created its own lane, Evil Dead Rise. I have to rewatch them all this October, like spooky season, but it might be one or two for me, like out of the whole Evil Dead franchise. It was so good. It had a classical feel to it with the score. It was like this operatic, like disturbing score. It was beautiful.
Fan-freaking-tastic, man.
And I like the ending
I
a lot.
definitely can't say that it's my favorite Evil Dead movie because I really, really adore the first two.
Mm-hmm.
But I can definitely say I would rather watch Evil Dead Rise over Army of Darkness and the remake.
Yeah.
Even though Evil Dead is like one of my all-time favorite franchises. Like,
Yeah, it's a good one.
it's such a great franchise. Like, it's a consistent franchise. Like, there's no bad movie in that entire franchise.
See, I don't want to get into I don't want to interrupt your top 10 too much, but I never connected with Army of Darkness. Like I know that one has a cult following, but for it's so much of a detraction from the other movies. But I'm definitely wanting to rewatch that. I've only seen it once years ago. But the first one, I love the original Evil Dead because
Yeah.
it's inspiring how they did it on such a small budget.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But number 9, this. Oh boy. I cannot tell you how much fun I had with this movie in theaters. And I've watched it 2 more times at home since.
Okay. I'm anxious.
Bear did cocaine.
Oh,
Cocaine
yes.
Bear.
Fuck yeah, that movie's awesome. Dude,
So fun.
I saw that one once in theaters, and where I live is pretty close to Kentucky, and they have, I don't know if it's like actually factual, but they have the Cocaine Bear like stuffed, the original one, and they keep it in Kentucky, and they brought it to a theater there and like left it out in the lobby, and I traveled like 2 hours to go see it. I got a picture with him. They call it Pablo Escobar. So I got to take pictures, and I saw it with a packed crowd, dude. People were like throwing popcorn and cheering. Like everybody came out, all these rowdy fucking people. It was so fun.
Yeah. And I definitely think it will stand out as one of the most entertaining films of 2023.
Yeah, dude. Universal's like year. They've had such a versatile year of movies between Oppenheimer, Cocaine Bear, Renfield. You know, all these movies are so different.
Megan.
Yeah, that was their first of the year, I think.
Yeah, the first film that ever came out in 2023. I mean, I saw that one weeks later, but I mean, at least I was able to catch it in theaters like I was hoping to.
Yeah, it was fun. I've noticed for horror, like it's become such a like it's like kind of like one of the most like prominent genres modern day post pandemic. People just come out every opening night I've been to for a horror movie. It's kind of like the most packed crowds I get. Evil Dead was packed for me, and same with Megan.
Well, Megan, I was actually in the theater all alone since I saw it weeks later.
Oh yeah,
except for like the last like 20 minutes, this family comes in and sits in the second row from the front, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing here? It's almost over."
Yeah, that's questionable, especially a family. What kind of family date is that?
When you literally just walk in when the movie's almost over.
Yeah, I've done that. I'm guilty of that only if it's like I'll go to a movie, you know, and I won't have nothing to do. So sometimes I'll walk into another one if I've seen it and catch the end of it. I did that for Oppenheimer actually when I saw Mutant Mayhem. I finished that because it's short and I had nothing else to do, so I went and watched some of the scenes from Oppenheimer because it's just so good on the big screen, you know.
Beautiful on the big screen.
Yeah.
But number 8, one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, actually, wait, hold on a second. I messed it up.
Oh, is that higher up?
This is a spot above my actual number 8.
Okay.
My number 8 is this. Who gives a fuck about movies?
Oh, nice.
Scream 6. And you want to talk about packed theaters? This, I think, was the most packed theater I've ever had. Like, in my local movie theater,
Uh-huh.
like, this was the most packed theater I've ever had. And, man, it was so fun
Yeah,
seeing it with a big crowd.
I saw that one opening night as well. That's so weird. That movie, just for me at least, it feels like it was longer ago. It was just this year. But yeah, I don't know. Scream has such a classic feel, you know. But yeah, it feels like I saw that forever ago. I know it's on Paramount now. I need to rewatch it. It was really good though.
This movie was freaking awesome. This is definitely my favorite sequel in the franchise now,
Ooh,
but
wow.
it's definitely not my favorite, like absolute favorite in the
Yeah.
franchise, but definitely my favorite sequel.
Yeah, for me, I like 2. It's my guilty pleasure. I love Scream 2. It's my personal favorite, which is a hot take, but the first one's
That's
right
not
behind it.
really a hot take, though, to be honest. I've heard plenty of people say Scream 2 is their favorite, to be honest.
Yeah, but the Scream fan base is so passionate, man. If they don't love Scream 2, they'll get so mad at me for saying that it's the best.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But then my number 7 is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
I need to check that one out.
Have you seen The Edge of 17?
Yeah, with Haley Steinfeld.
That's from the same director.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that explains why it's good. That director,
So good. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, more of its target audience is definitely younger women, but it also can appeal to pretty much everybody, especially like when you're going through, your teen years, especially going into school and everything, and that kind of thing.
hmm that's how Edge of 17. Yeah, it's I was that was a f- was that like 2018? That was a few years ago, right?
16.
16. Wow. Yeah, I was still like kind of getting out of school around that time, and it was very good. That was before Haley Steinfeld was like everybody's biggest crush. She was still like kind of coming up on the scene, but yeah, that
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson was really good too as an emotional anchor in that movie.
Oh god, Woody Harrelson stole the entire movie for me. Like,
Dude, I don't know if you've seen it. I think I saw it on your letterbox, but Champions was such a fun little movie this year with Woody Harrelson. I think it's what it's called, Champions.
that's the one I kind of feel like a lot of people are forgetting about now.
Yeah, dude, there's some really like sweet subject matter there, you know, and I don't know. I thought Woody Harrelson did a great job. It got very overlooked, but I saw it on Peacock and it definitely,
Yeah,
yeah, it was good.
I was gonna catch it in theaters, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, it came out around a bunch of other movies, if I
It came,
recall.
honestly, I felt it came out at the wrong time because Scream 6 was out by that time,
Yeah,
and that was the one I was looking forward to the most.
yeah, that movie.
I was also gonna see 65 by that time, but I heard so many bad things about it. I was just like, fuck it, I'm skipping it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that one. Is that on Netflix now? I
Yeah, it's
think
on Netflix. I actually watched it. I actually rented the movie before it hit Netflix.
Mhm.
Not bad. It actually was not bad.
Wow, okay.
Surprise to me. I actually was not thinking it was actually gonna be that good. But I mean, I was actually really excited about it, but it's also at the same time disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I the premise is exciting, but you know, there's those movies that have cool ideas, but like you can't stretch it out to be that fun. Like Last Voyage of Demeter, I just saw that yesterday, and it's a cool idea, but as a movie, it just doesn't really work.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But number 6, though, this I'm probably gonna get killed for this one for having this one so low. But don't worry, it's in the top 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I need a
John
gun.
Wick Chapter 4. Now, look, I really, really love this movie, and objectively speaking, to be honest with you, this would be my number 1. But there are 5 other movies that came out this year that I would either watch again more over this, or that I enjoyed a little bit more.
Yeah. See, for my and I understand like my girlfriend hates those movies. I've tried showing them to her, so they're not for everybody, but they're just like tailor made for me. And I think the one thing that I said about John Wick 4, why I loved it, and I still keep it up at number one, is there's some movies that are really good, but there's like a few scenes that I'd cut or that drag. But for me, I thought John Wick 4 with its length, I thought every second mattered. Like it was That's the one way I could describe it, is just a flawless movie. I wouldn't have changed a single thing. And even movies I love, there's still some things I would take out. But that one, everything worked for me.
Yep. Oh boy, number 5. Same thing with this one. This one actually might get me some heat for having it this low, but again, it's at least in the top 5. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yep.
This
That's
at
my
one
number
point
2.
was my number. This at one point was my number 1, but again, I mean, there was 3 other movies that came out after it that I liked more, but at the same time, it's so good. Like it's so good, but I need to see Beyond the Spider-Verse to actually feel like it's a complete story.
Yeah, I get that too. When I first saw Across, I was like really into it. I enjoyed it, but like I was kind of left feeling like this is the most weird like experience of a movie, because it does feel like there's no 3-act structure. It just detracts from
It
your
felt like a
expectations.
gigantic second act there a little bit.
Yeah, the one thing I liked about it is it felt like one long day, and I like when movies are like that, like Good Time. It just feels like the characters are like never catching a break; they can't sleep. And Across the Spider-Verse just felt like one like long, rough day for Miles.
Yep. My number 4 is It's a Me.
Ooh,
Yep.
you got the Target and the Best Buy version.
Yeah, I mean, I usually don't buy more than one copy, but I just love this movie so much to a point where it's like I have to own as many versions as I possibly can.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like
said to you earlier that movie it was a dream come true. As anybody who has a
as
heart.
a Mario as a Mario like fanatic, I was just like, thank you.
Yeah, I
Like,
need that Target. That Target slipcover's gorgeous. I love that shot.
even though it doesn't really move like with the lenticular slit, but it's a really nice image.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of
and
those sold really quick.
and it's just the normal Blu-ray that's in here. But even don't mind the ticket though. But it's just the regular
Nice.
Blu-ray's in here.
Yeah. Gosh, you guys got big tickets. Mine are like
Yeah,
really small.
that's my theater's kind of tickets right here.
Wow, that's nice.
I was gonna show you here. I'll show you the ones I got for for a few of them. Got. If I can get this one out. This one's kind of tough to get out.
Ooh, okay.
For either got It's Me and Margaret.
Yeah.
This is the Walmart exclusive slipcover. This is not the normal slipcover that you see for it. This is the Walmart one.
I love that style of art they use.
Then with Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yep. I still have my ticket for that one.
Love it. And then Evil Dead Rise.
I think I have my Evil Dead ticket too.
This is the ticket I had for Mother's Day. I couldn't get the one for opening night because it was such a. The lines were so long that I was so happy I pre-ordered my ticket right away.
Oh wow, that's a good feeling though, seeing the theaters thrive like that.
Yeah, I mean, especially since I mean,
that
horror is definitely helping theaters. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But number 3, and like, I'll just go ahead and say, like I said, my top 3 are like a 3-way tie. But this is how I have them as of now. Number 3 is Mutant Mayhem. I saw that one in theaters 3 times.
I know you're a big fan of that one. I loved it too. For me, it's a 4-star.
So freaking good.
It was beautiful, man. And it's short and sweet. It just gets right to the.
It's
no
not
beating around.
Saturated.
Yeah.
Short, sweet, simple, and just flat out awesome.
And endearing. They really make you care about this version of the Turtles.
And also, they actually lived up to the title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I never thought about that until everybody started saying that. But like, I was rewatching the Michael Bay versions, and it's so noticeable that they're like adults, like they're
not
their
teenagers
voices.
in those movies. That's my biggest like gripe with those movies is that they're not teenagers.
Yeah, it's very strange.
But with this one, the reason why this one works the best is because they're actually teenagers. They act like actual teenagers.
Yeah, they were funny, dude. I thought Donnie actually had some of the best humor. I loved Donnie in it.
He's gonna die.
Why do you say that? Oh, okay. Yeah. The scene when it
He
with
was
the
like,
watermelon.
"You're fine, chill."
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
Dude, he was adorable. That voice actor killed it. They were all so
And
funny.
I also love the kid that played as Raphael.
Yeah.
Um, if you don't remember him, he's actually from the movie Good Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
also another Seth Rogen produced movie.
Yeah, so he must stay in contact with him. I love Jacob Tremblay, speaking of the Good Boy movie. Good Boys. Jacob
Yep, and
Tremblay, dude,
also
he's
I
one of
think
the
it was the
finest.
kid that played as Leo was also in the Fablemans.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice. That's a good resume for his age. Like, damn. Two good ass
yeah.
movies.
Yeah, but the other two, but I think for the other two kids, the ones that played Donnie and Michelangelo, those are like their first like big like, or not just like first big on screen roles, their first on screen roles in general. Like,
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, they did.
I was happy that Seth Rogen got to contact them for that. Like,
Yeah, dude. Seth Rogen, it's crazy like how everybody just knows Seth Rogen, but like nobody gives him credit. He was in Mario this year. I thought he was great. And then
a lot of people complain about him though in Mario.
I know, dude, and for me I
That
thought it
that's like
worked.
the that's like the wor- like that's like that's like the biggest comment like of this year that I'm like, I don't get it. Like, whenever you cast Seth Rogen in an animated movie, you should know what you're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, and the way they did this Donkey Kong is with Cranky Kong, he was obviously a young punk, so his voice at like Donkey Kong in the games, he's kind of an adult to Diddy, but this time he was like the young version of Donkey Kong. I thought it worked really well.
There you go.
Sorry for the flickering on my camera. It's kind of glitchy.
That's all right. I think he was referring to the thumbnail I put out, the Batman shirt that he had on.
Oh, okay. Well, no,
Yep.
no, he had on that classic Batman logo on his shirt on your stream.
Oh, that Batman poster. My
Yeah,
bad.
back there. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
That steelbook for John is my favorite John Wick 4 release. It's a nice looking steelbook.
Oh, it's good. So Best Buy
Oh
one was
god, the
nice.
cheese grater scene in Evil Dead, dude. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
So creepy.
Low
I,
key
I was
though,
just like,
for me, the wine glass is the one that got me the most in the throat.
oh,
Right? Oh man.
I was just like, oh god, no.
Yeah,
Ew.
dude, I love
There were
horror
times I
movies.
just wanted to look away. Like,
That's how I felt in Evil Dead, and same with Talk to Me. I know you didn't get to see that one yet, did you?
no, unfortunately, I'm pissed.
Well, you'll love it. As a horror guy, you're going to be blown away. It's for me, it's my best horror movie of the year. It somehow passed Evil Dead, which is incredible. But yeah, they both made me squeam. They both made me kind of put my knees up to my chest. And I love when a
I
horror movie
don't
can make
think
me do that.
I don't know if Talk to Me is gonna reach the level of like Smile scary for me. Like,
Dude, Smile was amazing.
dude,
Pure terror.
Smile makes my blood curl every time I watch it. It's just like, oh god, no.
Yeah, dude. That final act was crazy when you see the manifestation of the monster.
One of the scariest third acts I've ever, like, not just one of the scariest third acts, but to be honest, one of the scariest movies I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, I was into it. The scene whenever you remember how Kumar was the doctor from Harold and Kumar?
Cal Penn,
Yeah, Cal Penn. Whenever I think his face
like
like
he rips
rips
his
off,
face off, and I was just like,
bro.
ugh, ugh.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. That was it went against everything I expected a movie to do. I was like, what the hell is happening?
And if that had to have been practical effects, like,
Yeah, it looked really good. It came out of nowhere too.
yeah. And so whenever some people are going to be asking for like a legit scary movie, I have to recommend Smile.
Yeah. For me, my favorite of last year in the horror realm was Barbarian, but Smile was right up there too. I just loved Barbarian. I thought it was so cool.
Mine was The Black Phone.
Yeah, I know. I liked it. I was like, I wasn't over the moon about it, but I love Scott Derrickson. Sinister is my probably top 3 all-time horror movies. I have a Sinister mask at home, like the prop mask. I love that movie. And I thought Black Phone kind of felt like Sinister's little brother. It wasn't as crazy, but it was still an isolated, freaky movie.
It still got a lot of creepy moments in it. Like,
Yeah, and it was just I thought the emotions are what shocked me in Black Phone. Like I was
I
really
was
rooting
kind of
for that
expecting
kid.
it to just be like, oh, it's gonna be a kidnapping movie, but then no, like Scott Derrickson just flipped the script on you.
Yeah, he did. He made it heart wrenching. Like you really cared about
Like
the
he didn't
kid.
just make it about like the horrors of being kidnapped by a sadistic child killer.
Yeah.
He made it about not just the family drama, but also the life but also the difficulties about being in school,
Yeah, yeah,
especially
it's
with the
true.
people that you're around.
Yeah. Yeah, up in the beginning
Like
of it.
especially with those three bullies that
And then the
um
payoff later with it. What was his friend's name in the movie? That
Robin.
Robin that could kick ass. Dude, that ending montage when he's training him, showing him how to break out, it was so
It was so
powerful.
heartbreaking.
I
Like,
know, man. It
because
gave
you
me
felt it, and
tears.
it was like, dude, like, oh god, I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry now thinking about it. Like
Same, dude. I actually cried watching that. It was crazy.
that ending also made me cry. Like,
Yeah, the ending was
like
beautiful.
when the father just goes up and just he's on his knees just begging for forgiveness. It's like, oh god, like
Yeah, dude. They pulled those emotions off so well timed.
yeah, it works so well.
Hmm.
Landon's asking if you like any classic films.
There's a lot I haven't seen. I haven't seen The Godfather. There's a few that people will probably.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to catch up on some, but I mean, there's so many new releases. I try to keep up with YouTube. I don't have time to watch a bunch, but I love classic horror. Like I got a little Halloween 3 Season of the Witch poster back there. I personally love Season of the Witch. It's like my favorite.
wait a
Uh,
minute, hold on. Do I see a Mission Impossible poster back there?
yeah, Dead Reckoning.
Yes,
Yeah, I love the
I
Mission
love
movies.
Dead Reckoning.
Yeah, and then I consider Mission Impossible 1 a classic. I mean, that was 90s, but still, um, there's a bunch that I like. True Romance, if you guys have ever seen that with,
One of my faves.
yeah, dude, Gary Oldman in that. It was like the first time I saw an actor like be a chameleon. I was like, holy shit, that's Gary Oldman. Like what?
Yep. Goose is in the chat. What's going on?
Hey, Goose.
View Drew asks, what actor from X-Men movies would you like to see return in Deadpool 3? Love to see Kelsey Grammer back. Give me James Marsden back.
Yeah, James
Give
Marsden.
me James Marsden.
James Marsden's welcome to the cookout. Everybody wants James Marsden around. They love him. I mean, every time he shows up, he's just like undeniably lovable. But he doesn't
I
get enough
mean,
big roles.
even if he plays a total dirtbag in a movie like Sex Drive,
Oh,
like
dude, he was so good in that.
even though he is a dirtbag in that movie, he is a lovable dirtbag.
Yeah, good call. That's such a little underrated comedy. I love Sex
One of my
Drive.
favorite comedies in general, and honestly, one of the most quotable comedies.
Yeah, it was a good one. Road
Like
Springer. You remember Road Springer? Is that what it's called? Or Rum Springer? When they're at
Rumspringa.
the little the Amish is having like that party and they're all getting drunk.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
got
I think it
yeah,
was
and they
called
had
Rum Springer. I can't remember, but they keep yelling it at the party.
it was so funny.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Hold on, put your hands on your head. Both
Oh,
hands, asshole. I can't move the other arm. Who said that? Who said that? I can't move the other arm.
dang. How many times have you seen that one?
I've only seen it once, but like that's like
Oh,
one of the. But that movie's so memorable.
yeah. I used to watch it a lot back when Cinemax was the thing. They would play it all the time, and when I'd stay, because I've always kind of stayed up late, so that one would always be like in my rotation at night.
So it's so fucking funny.
But if I could answer that X-Men question, I would agree. James Marsden, seeing him back in Days of Future Past, like I just kind of rewatched that one last night. And when he has that little cameo at the end, when Logan gets back to the new timeline, I cheer. I remember his 2014 in that theater. I was like, no fucking way. Like I was kind of low key cheering. But another one I think would be cool, but it'll never happen. Would be the guy that played Nightcrawler in X-Men 2. He was so
Oh,
good.
I like that. There you
Yeah,
go.
he was perfect as Nightcrawler.
I felt like Johnny Yen made John Wick 4. He was awesome. What about Keanu Reeves?
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves is fucking great.
Keanu was
He
good.
freaking beats a guy to death with nunchucks.
Oh, beautifully done too. But yeah, Donnie
Yeah.
Yen. I mean, I love the Ip Man movies, so I knew Donnie Yen was going to do something special, and he made his moment in in a big blockbuster. Seeing him on the poster and stuff, or he's on the steelbook in the back. It was very special for me as a fan of him for years. Yeah, he
For
stole the show
sure.
from me.
Fantastic. I like, and Bill Skarsgård though as our villain,
Yeah.
terrifying.
Well,
Like,
Bill Skarsgård's like a top 10 actor for me right now. I love everything he does. Barbarian and then John Wick. Like those are two of my favorite movies lately. And he just always.
don't forget about It, where he plays
Oh yeah,
Pennywise.
yeah. That's what introduced us all to him. And then we all see him behind the
Hey,
makeup.
Georgie.
Yeah, everybody thought he was so disturbing. Then we see he's this handsome guy. We're like, no
freaks
way.
me out. Like, to be honest, even though I love the first It, I actually do not mind It Chapter 2.
Oh, I own that one. I love that movie.
Yeah, but this guy, that fucker creeped me out. Like,
yeah, It Chapter 2 didn't have as much Pennywise. That was the and it was really long. They're both really long, but yeah, It 1 had some classic scares when he came out of the projector and his head's all big. I love
he
that.
was just a giant, and I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was another one of those scares. Like, it's a jump scare, but you don't expect it at all. Like, it's so on paper.
Like, you think it's just gonna be like, oh, he's just gonna pop out and be normal Pennywise. Nope, he's a giant.
Yeah, and those are what jump scares should be if you're gonna do them.
You gotta really crank up the tension. Like, let's see. Uh-oh. Mr. Milne!
Hey,
What's
Zach.
up, dude?
It's nice to have you here, man. I watch Zach all the time.
He's asking you, what is the movie that you can remember really getting you into movies? Him and I were actually talking about this a little bit ago.
Yeah, we met off camera, and I was kind of telling him about myself. But for me, it's The Dark Knight, man. I got the Oppenheimer poster back there. I'm the biggest Nolan lover. And yeah, at a young age, I was in middle school when The Dark Knight came out, and it made me pay attention. Like, it wasn't just something I went to get away from home or go, on a date. Like, I just went to the movies. Oh, we're going to see Batman on the big screen. But I was blown away. And then he came out with Inception, and he just made me look deeper into movies and kind of made me where I am today, caring about the craft, and getting on here talking about them.
Exactly.
Oh, man. See, I know Zach's not the biggest horror guy. I thought I've heard him say that before.
Yeah, but he got, since he's on the Warner Brothers press list, he got a copy of Evil Dead Rise sent to him.
Oh, wow.
By the studio. And so I was wanting him to watch it for the Halloween special, but he watched it with his brother, if I remember right. And
damn, yeah.
Now that I see that, I'm like, yeah,
that glass scene was gnarly.
Yeah, and not even that, the wood chipper scene.
Oh,
when Beth pushes in the spider of demons into the wood chipper, I was just like, yo,
it was crazy. That whole third act, I said in my little short, it felt like a video game. That's what I loved about it. It felt like a horror video game. It just got so absurd, and I loved all of it.
Yeah. Zach says he'll be watching Smile soon. You have me thinking I should bail. You'll be fine.
Yeah. It's honestly
fine, dude.
It's a gimmick movie, but it's really well acted. The drama and the subtext on depression and all that. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's actually a sad movie.
I think you'll make it through there, Zach. You'll make it through.
Yeah, but it gets pretty twisted.
The sister's the MVP in the Black Phone. I agree. Gwen is the MVP.
Yeah, she was amazing. She does a lot of cons. I go to some conventions and I see her. She's announced for one coming up. I might try to go meet her.
Oh, Madeline McGraw?
Yeah.
Nice.
She has a sister that's in some movies too, right?
Violet McGraw. You're talking about.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, okay. And then she was in Haunting of the Hill House, right? I think is one of them played.
Yet. I need to look into that later.
Yeah, one of them played young Nellie, which was a heartbreaking season of a show, but her character was so sad.
Yeah, let's see. Goose has a good question. Where did you find your posters?
Oh, thanks for asking. So I have some friends that just work at theaters around me. I have a few different theaters, but yeah, thankfully I just hit them up when a movie's coming out, and once it goes out of theaters, they'll usually let me know which ones they have available. I can't get everyone. Like I wanted Sonic 2 and I couldn't get that because I had Knuckles in the poster. I love Knuckles. But I got Sonic 1 and then they had some extra Oppenheimers that they gave me. And then Insidious, he was giving me shit for Insidious. It's not the best movie ever, but it was a free
I
poster.
had to because the movie sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
I love the franchise as a whole. And the Red Door itself, I love that red-faced demon, so still kind of got a special place for me.
Yeah, I mean, it looked kind of cool, I guess, but woof.
Yeah, it could have been a better ending for sure.
Will you ever rank the Mission Impossible movies, or perhaps you already have?
I did. So Laren, I got a little short. It's not too far down on my recent videos, so I did a ranking if you want to check it out. But if you want me to spoil it, I'll tell you my number one is Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout is one of the,
Fallout's easily the best one.
yeah, I mean, you hear it a lot, but dude, just rewatch it. It's timeless. It's John Wick 4 is one of the greatest action movies for me, and then I think since then, Fallout was like the best. Like I think John Wick's the best since Fallout. So yeah, they're both incredible.
It balanced humor and scares perfectly. It Chapter 2 was a ridiculous 3-hour mess.
Yeah,
I don't think it was that bad.
It was all over the place, but I loved it. I thought it was wacky. That Chinese restaurant scene was so fucking crazy. I was blown away. Like it just kept elevating, like the scene just kept going on. It was kind of a ridiculous scene, but I loved it.
There you go. I really like James Marsden as Cyclops. He's easily the best Cyclops, which isn't saying much. Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
The McGraw sisters are under. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, they get 100%. Work. I mean, they don't get talked about a lot. Like we just kind of piece together like, oh, damn, they're in this and this. But they do get work, man, for young kids like that.
For very young actors, yeah, they get a lot of work. I mean,
the standard for child actors now is incredible. Like there's so many good ones.
I mean, I can already tell that Mason Thames, who played as the main character in The Black Phone, is going to be getting a lot of work. He got cast in the live-action How to Train Your Dragon playing as Hiccup, and I'm like, dude.
That's spot on. Perfect casting.
Like, when I saw that, I was like, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I love both.
And then I go on one of my buddies' Instagram stories, and he says, what the fuck is this? He was horrible in The Black Phone. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, unfollow. Sorry. Hey, I will say
I don't unfollow him, but then I just say like, get out of here.
Mm-hmm. I was wanting to ask you, and I was going to give you my answer. What's your favorite child performance? Because there's so many good ones, especially lately, from a young actor.
Oh God, favorite child performance. That's actually a really good question. Now that I think about it. I would say the young kids in Moonrise Kingdom.
I've never seen that one. I need to check it out.
The two main characters here. Let me grab it. So these two right here in the middle right here, these two kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that a Wes Anderson movie?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm a big Wes Anderson guy.
So. Yeah, I saw your story earlier, shouting him out.
I mean, I would have gone with Edgar Wright, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to give a little bit more love to Wes Anderson.
Yeah, I need to watch Asteroid City. I saw that you had it in your, I think, top 20 maybe on Letterboxd.
It's in my top 20. Like, I freaking loved Asteroid City.
Well, hey, back to that.
My friend hated it, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I it's on Peacock now, so I'm gonna check it out. But
you definitely should.
Back to the top 10. We got sidetracked. You didn't give your top 2. You stopped at Ninja Turtles.
The other two are two movies that you have in the background: Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, and then Oppenheimer.
Yep, good picks. Amazing films. And I love you for picking Oppenheimer. Great choice, my friend. It's number 3 for me.
That is my number. Like, as of right now, I mean, it could change, but as of right now, my number 1 is Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I think it's because it's I respect that movie for being so patient and subverting expectations. People are going in for the Barbenheimer trend and all that, and I feel like they're in for a rude awakening because it's like a slap in the face of humanity. When you finish Oppenheimer, it's a crushing movie, and I respect Nolan for taking that risk. Like, he's not making a crowd pleaser. It's like a thinking movie about the world we live in. It's really special.
Yeah, and for some of you guys that are saying like that are all like really out there saying that Barbie is a masterpiece, it's not, to be honest.
I agree. I didn't even
Look,
review it.
it's a really good movie, but it's definitely not a masterpiece. But
Yeah.
I can firmly tell you that, I mean, even though I know it's a bit too early to say so, but this is one of those few times where I would say, like, yeah, this is legit. Yeah, I will say that Oppenheimer is a masterpiece.
Yeah. It's kind of like an instant classic of cinema, you know. There's no movies doing it like what Nolan did with that.
Yeah, that's the film this year where I'm just like, perfection at its finest.
Yeah. Like when all those actors and people behind the scenes are older, you know, or dead, like in the future, that'll be like a movie everybody looks back on and talks about like its importance because it's just
Yes.
all cylinders they were firing. Incredible.
Ghost Protocol is Laren's favorite. That's a good pick.
That was my favorite, dude, until I rewatched them all. But you'll see my ranking. It still gets a lot of love for me. That's the most rewatchable, in my opinion. I love turning on Ghost Protocol.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Favorite child performance has to be Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone or the kids in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
I kind of think, to be honest.
Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are like, actually, they're like fun movies, you know, but they're like really good movies, like on a craft level. Like they're so well made. And they got
I've
emotion.
reached the top.
Yeah.
And then he just falls down the giant hole.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you know, those movies are classics and they're special films because Joe Pesci, like, he doesn't do a lot of movies. And the fact that he'd be in a comedy playing such a silly character, but it's actually
so against his type. Like,
I know, but it's a brilliant performance. Like there's a lot of hidden brilliance in between him and Harry and Marv.
yes, and like even the scene like when he put his head in the toilet, like and it caused an explosion because it was kerosene. He managed to keep himself from actually like not just cursing, but just dropping so many F-bombs.
Oh, I know. Yeah, his little he like makes those little mumbles, dude. It's so goofy.
He managed to keep himself from cursing. Now that's what I call some dedication right there.
Yeah, dude, he's a legend. I was gonna tell you my favorite child performance goes to Henry Thomas in E.T. I think that really set the bar, dude. He was incredible, and he's grown up to be a great actor.
Yeah, great actor. Let's see. For Laren, it's Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yep.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, dude. That's still one of Leo's best roles. He's just got such a crazy catalog. Like, no misses from Leo.
But after his Oscar win for The Revenant, he's been really picky.
Yeah, you're right, dude. It's crazy how he slowed down. Like, he was doing so much. That's why I love Inception so much, is because like Leo's never done like an action movie. You know, he's never been like an action hero, even though he could be because he's so like loved by audiences. And Inception is kind of on the surface an action movie, but there's so much more to it. But like seeing him on the poster with the handgun and shit, it's crazy seeing Leo in that role as like a badass.
Yeah, I agree. Jacob Tremblay in Wonder was great too. I agree.
Yeah, gosh, that was a great film. I loved Wonder.
Yep. So let me see if I can think of this question thoroughly, because I usually like to ask this question because this is actually might become a like very interesting answer for some people. Ooh. What would you say is your worst theater experience?
Okay. I actually have one that is recent, and it's so like silly and like it's hard for me to even process it as it was happening, and it doesn't even make sense to explain it. But pretty much me and my girlfriend saw Babylon last December. And it's a long movie, you know, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I don't think it's the best, but I liked Babylon a lot. And we were in there, it was just us two. And then like kind of these kids kept coming in and out. And I was like, here we go. You know, it's probably like kids that got dropped off from their parents and they were wanting away from the house. And they're like, let's go kill time at the movies. Because I've been there when I was young. But like they were like in and out, like hyper as hell. And they were kind of just like, I guess they were hiding in there, and then there was another kid wanting to fight him, and like he was outside the theater, outside the auditorium, like calling them, and their phone kept ringing, and then he came in the theater, and like there were a few rows behind us, and like I can see him out of the corner of my eye standing up, and he's like smacking the kid in the head, telling him to come out and fight him, and he's like, I saw what you said about me online and all this stuff. It was so ridiculous, dude. And like the kid was like hiding from this guy trying to beat him up in a movie theater. And then like, and they were younger. They were probably no older than 15, 16, but the kid kept going back in and out and like kept trying to pull him off his seat, and the kid would not move. And he was with his friend too. And they were just scared. And then I walked out, and like the guy trying to fight was out there with a crew of people and like acting all tough talking. And I was like, I'm obviously older than these kids. And I just told him, I was like, dude, like I'm on a date. We're actually enjoying this movie. Can you chill out? Like, you guys can settle this somewhere else. Like, just the movie will be over soon. Just wait. Like, stop coming in there. And he was nice to me, apologizing, but I didn't want to have any problems either. But I didn't agree with that method. That was stupid as hell. I don't like confrontation in general, so it was ridiculous.
I've never heard somebody talk about something like that before. Like,
yeah, dude. Weird. And they were audibly like arguing. Like the kid was being loud. You know, he was yelling at him. So like the movie's very dialogue driven. So like I couldn't even hear what they were saying because this kid's trying to fight this guy. I was like, what the hell?
That's weird. But yeah. Let's see. I can definitely say I've had a few. Like, okay. I can definitely say I've had a few. But the first one that really does come to mind is Firestarter.
I feel like just seeing that movie alone is just bad. Just the
like
movie.
It's bad enough, but the experience was even worse.
Oh shit.
So there was like these students towards the back, like, and this was like a week after like my new theater actually opened.
Mm-hmm.
So there was these students that were towards the back, like I think it was like legit in the back row, because that's where like the most seats are there. They were talking completely out loud. I could hear them. Like, I could hear them to a degree where it's like I almost couldn't even hear the movie.
Jeez.
And I think a couple of them even got escorted out, and I was like, well, good riddance, bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always
we had to have like towards the end of the film, we actually had to have a theater employee stand in the corner, like, you know, like the hallway,
mm-hmm.
like, where you walk in. Like he had to stand there to keep an eye on some people, like in case if they were either talking or just moving around, because there was also some small children in that theater, which, by the way, no really young kid should be allowed in an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what type of movie it is. It doesn't matter. They should not be allowed.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a hard thing to kind of talk about, because I mean, I'm not a father yet, you know, but I get it. Some people can't get a babysitter, but there's a lot of movies that just kids shouldn't be at. I mean, there's only a few movies this year I would say that I've seen that I would like want my little nieces to come to, that I think that could keep their attention, because they just drift, their mind floats around. When I saw Talk to Me, though, this couple had a kid that was no older than 8. And like he was sitting there through it all, and like they were in front of me, and I couldn't tell he was a kid until he stood up and he went to use the bathroom, and like he walked in front of me. I was like, holy shit, is that a real kid? Because the movie's gnarly, man. He might have had to go throw up or something. I don't know where he went, but he came back. He finished the movie.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But anyways, even by then, towards the third act, this guy like right in front of me,
mm-hmm.
got on his phone and started texting, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a no-go. I've actually had a few friends that have done that before. They'll like pull their phone out, and I'm like, they know I'm the movie guy, and I'm just like thinking like, what the hell? You should not do this in front of me. I'm going to call you out. And I usually will tell them, put your phone up.
Before the Mario movie started, believe it or not, there was this guy next to me. I saw him going on his phone out, and I was like, hey sir, I don't want your phone distracting me while the movie's on. Could you please put it away? And I was nice about it, and he actually was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that."
Hey, good on
And
you.
he did. He actually didn't, like, the phone was not distracting at all. He didn't even have it out the whole time. So,
Nice. See,
and that,
sometimes that
that
can
was
pay
that was
off.
the first time I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like,
Oh, okay. You got
so
it
so
three.
that helped because I was like, dude, I want to enjoy this movie. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I am. I like getting immersed into the movie. That's why I like seeing it in the best theaters. Is like, when I saw Oppenheimer, I traveled to see it in IMAX, and it's hard to not get locked in. You really have to like have an emergency going on outside to like not pay attention when you're watching like something that big on the screen.
yeah, and then the next one that comes to mind is my experience with Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh,
So it was pretty much it was almost a full house in the theater I saw it in. Which, by the way, I'm glad it made $2 billion, but at the same time, it's like, really?
I mean, I I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I feel like that shit's just fabricated. Like I don't know. I mean, I live in a smaller town, and I know like a lot of people, and I don't know a lot of people that saw Avatar. Like I know some that saw it, but I know more that didn't see it. And I just feel like it was expected to be another hit, but like I feel like it was not like nobody talks about it anymore. It's not having that cultural relevancy that the first Avatar had. I liked two better than one personally, but like I just don't feel like nobody cared about it. It was very
Yes,
weird.
that's true. But there was these three guys that were somewhat about my age, I would say, that were right next to me, like on the left of me. Like I was literally sitting right next to them.
Mm.
They were talking so loud, and they got on their phones every once in a while for 3 fucking hours.
God. Yeah.
That,
That's
like, when I left, I was pissed. Like,
yeah, dude.
I was pissed.
I would be too, especially when I know it's popular for movies to be longer. There's been a lot of 3-hour movies lately. And yeah, whenever you're stuck near somebody that's, it's just one of those people that don't care, it makes the movie almost like ruins it for you. Especially like I saw Oppenheimer and there's people on their phones one of the times I saw it, and I was just like, man, like I'm trying to stay invested, but it kept taking me out of it, and it's hard to readjust back into it.
That was why I did not see Babylon in theaters, was because I did not want to relive that.
Yeah. Is it all right if I take a
It's
quick bathroom break?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll hit the comments here while you're at it.
All right, I'm going to slide my little camera thing. I'll be back in a sec.
All right. So let's see. I'm going to hit your guys' comments here really quick. Yes. I don't know why I forgot about that. Yes. Haley Joel Osment in The Sixth Sense. I see dead people. So damn good. Also, The Kids in Super 8, very underrated movie. Yes. The Kids in Super 8. I agree. I love Super 8. Noah, what's going on? Says Danny Lloyd in The Shining. Yes. Absolutely. The kid from Doctor Sleep. Are you talking about the little girl from Doctor Sleep? Yeah, she was fantastic. I agree. Yeah, she was fantastic. Let's see. Goose is a story for worst theater experiences. Seeing Star Wars The Last Jedi. Had to sit in the very front row with a kid next to me who wouldn't hold still. On top of that, the movie sucked. Doesn't seem like the worst thing, but it did suck. I love The Last Jedi. I'm sorry. Oh. Yes, Evan Peters. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Oh, he's back.
Hey, everything back to normal? You can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right,
Everything's
sorry about
sounding
that.
good. Let's see. I might have caused someone's bad experience. What?
Oh, come on, Ernie.
Come on now. Oh, here we go. I walked into Avatar: The Way of Water at the climax, and it stopped because a false alarm fire because someone vaped in the restroom.
Ooh.
Really?
Oh, come on. I was going to say, what is he getting at here?
Wow.
Man, Ernie.
You got to say something politely, and if that doesn't work, get more assertive. Yeah, that's
Good on you
that's gonna
guys.
be me. Next time I see someone answer their phone, like either right next to me or right in front of me in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Because speaking on that, that was something that happened when I watched The Little Mermaid.
Oh, what?
There was a guy that was literally right next to me. It was an older guy because he had his wife and his daughter there. Um, his phone rang. He forgot to silence it for some reason. Which, by the way, silence your goddamn phone.
Yeah, I'm so used to that.
Either that or shut it down because I do not want to listen to your fucking ringtones.
No.
And so yeah, his phone rang completely out loud, and he had the utmost guts to fucking answer it in the theater.
Oh shit.
And I was just like, really, motherfucker?
I would
This
like
is
to
the game
see
we're playing?
I would love to see a movie with you, Luke.
If
See you call them out.
I didn't even call him out, like, because I just thought to myself, like, I just turned around and I was like, really, bitch? Like, really?
I got another one I just remembered because I'm like I said, I'm not confrontational. I do have I like that movie theater etiquette, but you just never know. Like some people, it's hard to get it through their head, and I don't want it to I don't want to ruin the movie for everybody else if I say something to the person and then they keep egging it on. But there was when I saw the Batman last year. Whenever Selena and Batman kissed, I think on the rooftop, some kid moaned like so fucking dumb. He was just like and said he said something like, "Is that Edward?" or like I'm making a Twilight joke. But he said it in a very quiet moment, and I'm like, dude, this isn't your comedy show. Like we didn't buy tickets to hear your fucking jokes. Like that's what I hate is when somebody tries to
I'm
make
sick and
the
tired of
moment.
those jokes about Sparkle Edward Cullen. He's Batman now.
Oh, dude, he's so good as Batman. He's good in everything, though. He's had one of the best runs lately.
Yeah, I agree. I love Scream 2, one of the best sequels of all time. It's great. I wouldn't quite say it's the best sequel of all time, but it's great for sure. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's so good. It just has a classic feel. Ernie said it's his least favorite. I see that.
Yeah.
Man,
Nah.
I still like you, Ernie. It's okay.
Yeah, if you think Scream 2 is your least favorite, watch 3. Holy God.
I like all of them with Nev Campbell. I mean, I'm a Nev Campbell diehard, so
I do not like 3.
I know that's a lot of people's least favorite, but
But
I still enjoy watching it.
I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I usually
shut
do.
my phone down.
I actually don't. I usually just turn it. I make sure all the volume's off, like the ringer and everything. But with Oppenheimer, I I went out of town. I almost wanted to just not be disturbed by the outside world, and that was the first time I turned my phone off in a long time. And I set it under my chair. I didn't want to be tempted to even check on anything in the outside world.
Yeah, I always shut it down because I need my attention on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's the
like
same
last
thing I'm gonna
night
do tomorrow night. Like it's the same thing I'm gonna do tomorrow night. So,
for Blue Beetle.
yep, I'm seeing Blue Beetle tomorrow night, and unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to catch Strays this weekend.
I mean,
My
that
theater isn't
doesn't.
playing it.
Yeah, and that seems like a movie at home. It doesn't have a theatrical feel. I mean, I'll probably check it out, but Blue Beetle's one you want to see on the big screen. Strays you could watch on your small screen at home. It won't really hurt it.
I guess that you could kind of say that, but I mean, I saw No Hard Feelings on the big screen, and that was actually a decent enough experience.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that one for streaming, but it does look good. It looks funny.
Oh my God, that movie made me laugh so damn hard.
There hasn't been a comedy for me in a while that I've loved. If I not that comes to my head, but I like Joyride. I didn't love it. I saw John Campea saying it was the funniest movie in ages. And I thought it was funny, but I don't know.
I mean, I think it looks funny. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I mean,
It is funny. It's so out there. The plot goes in some funny, just unpredictable directions. That's what was
it's
the
not
best
a
part.
puppet. It's my asshole.
Oh, dude. A lot of the stuff that happens with that character is pretty crazy. That's all I'll say.
especially like it's given in the trailer that you literally see them just stuffing drugs in their clothes and And
Yeah.
even Stephanie, I think it was Stephanie Shu, right?
Yeah.
She was like, she shoved some coke bags up her ass.
I know, dude. Stephanie Shu definitely steals the show. Like,
It's not a
she,
puppet, it's my asshole.
dude, she'll surprise you. It was crazy seeing like some of the situations they put her in.
I mean, even just some of the situations in general, like with these characters, especially what's given in the trailer, it's like, oh my god,
I know,
this is nuts.
it feels like some classic comedy scenarios, like the just absurd writing, and that's what I liked about it.
I saw the trailer for that when I saw John Wick Chapter 4, and honestly, the scene that I just quoted was like the only the scene, like the first time I saw the trailer was like the only scene that like really got me, like that really made me laugh because like out of like I got 4 trailers, no pun intended, because it's John Wick Chapter 4,
Oh,
but the only one that I was like, oh my god, dude, this looks great. Do you know what it is?
um, has it not came out yet?
It's already out. It's already out. It's on Blu-ray now,
Oh,
and it is a Lionsgate release.
Not sure.
Hold on.
You got it?
Yep. Hold on. I get ready. Cecil.
Oh yeah. I need to check that out.
This movie was fucking awesome.
I'm hearing
so good.
Yeah, I heard so many people liked it. It's in that same realm of John Wick type of action, right?
It's basically John Wick in Finland, and also if he was a gold miner.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know.
And
that sounds
it
cool.
Is if you thought John Wick was bloody, you ain't seen nothing yet.
All right, I'll check it out.
I'm telling you, it's pretty damn gory. Wait, hold on one second. Oh shoot! One of my buddies just saw Talk to Me. He sent it to my Instagram group chat, and he gave it 4.5 out of 5.
Ooh, nice. It's worthy, man. I went with a 4, but it's
I gotta wait. I gotta wait till streaming. Unfortunately, it was the same thing I had to do with Boa's Afraid.
Oh man, is that streaming somewhere? Like, or do you got
only available for rent? But if you rent it for $6, dude, it's worth it.
Like, okay, I love Hereditary, so like I want to see what he does next.
What about Midsommar?
See, for me, that's something. I know a lot of the film fans loved it, but I saw that movie with 2 of my friends, and I'll never forget it gave me the feeling I never had before because I invited them to it, and I was just none of us were into it, and I honestly felt like I needed to apologize after after the movie, like none of us liked it, and I loved Ari Aster. I loved the trailers for Midsommar, but I've seen it twice. I liked it a little more the second time. But that first watch was just like a rude awakening for me. Like I just could not connect to it. The acting's great. Will Poulter was great, but I don't know.
If you thought Midsommar was crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet with Boa's Afraid.
Yeah. Well,
that movie is fucking wild.
I like the things I've seen so far. Oh, I actually hit something. But yeah, I like the things I've seen so far, but I don't know.
That movie's wild.
Did you ever watch that short film Ari Aster did, his first movie?
No, I haven't watched that yet, but I mean, like, I kind of knew when it was called Bo. I was like, oh, this is basically his feature film based off of that short film, Bo.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't remember what the name of that was. It was about that It's like a 10, 20-minute film on YouTube, but it's just disturbing as shit, man. I can't remember. I thought it was like We Need to Talk. No, it's not We Need to Talk About Kevin. That was Ezra Miller movie. But yeah, dude, it was a very messed up story, that little short film he made.
So glad to see Blue Beetle getting early positive reviews, getting me more and more hyped for it. I was so happy to see positive reviews for it. I was just like, how's this gonna go? Please don't get bad reviews, please. And thank God it's getting positive reviews.
I know, but like we were saying earlier with The Flash, I feel like people are just like too generous to superhero movies lately. I'm not trying to be the Scrooge here. I'm just saying, like, all of them kind of get good reviews, but only a few of them actually stand out. Like the Batman was so unique and different, and that got a lot of praise. But usually, like, you can predict where they're going with the superhero films.
Yeah, but it's.
But I'm checking it out tomorrow as well. I'm going at 2 p.m. to see it. I'm
I'm
just
going to the 7 o'clock showing to go see it.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm very pumped.
I gotta work at 5, so I'm lucky that they're playing it like right in that window, so I can make it before work.
I laughed my ass off with no hard feelings. It was hilarious, but I was surprised how much heart there was to it. It gave me the feeling of a Judd Apatow film. I actually kind of agree with that.
Hmm. I think was Judd Apatow. Was he involved in that? Judd Apatow.
No, he
Is he?
was kind of saying like, he gave him like the feels of a Judd
Yeah.
Apatow movie. So
What has he done lately? Has he been in anything?
he
I
is.
thought
I
he.
know the last film I know he did was called The Bubble on Netflix, and that film fucking sucked.
Was he a part of It's Me or Hi God or what is the Margaret movie?
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
He wasn't involved in that one.
No,
Yeah. I mean, I know he's like a little more crude with his humor. I just thought I
especially if
saw.
you look at something like The 40-Year-Old Virgin or Knocked Up. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that
let's
was like
see.
his early days.
Ernie says, "Talk to Me is the scariest film I've seen in a long time since Grave Encounters." Okay,
Hey, good callback, Ernie. Great. Did you ever watch Grave Encounters?
I never did.
Oh, dude, it looks like it's like a B movie, like junk food type of movie, but they used to be on Netflix back when Netflix was kind of getting popular 10 years ago or so. They're pretty old. There's 2 of them, but dude, they're really fun, like guilty pleasure horror flicks about these ghost hunters, and they actually run into real ghosts in an asylum. They're pretty crazy movies.
Yeah, that's interesting. Josh is in the building. What's going on, my friend Josh?
Hey, Josh.
Let's see. The strange thing about the Johnsons is I still need to check it out. I'm not a huge Astor fan.
That's the one that I was talking about. It's a short film.
Okay.
Dude, it makes you want to shower after. It's sick. It shows you like why he's got like a crazy mind. Like seeing his early work, it's disturbing as hell.
Well, last thing I saw from Apatow was The King of Staten Island, which I actually think is his
Oh,
best movie.
yeah, that was one of his. Yeah. Did he direct or produce? I'm not sure, but
He
that
did
was a good
direct
one.
it.
Okay, I like that one a lot.
Pete Davidson, dude, playing as he's basically playing himself. Like,
I know that's what he kind of does, but dude, like I want to hate him, but I loved him in a lot of things I've seen. He was so good as Mirage and Transformers.
yes, dude, he stole the show from me, dude. He
Oh
was so
yeah,
freaking good.
he almost like took the crown from Bumblebee for me. Like he was instant off one movie. He was so good, like perfect
Yes,
choice
I
of a
love
voice
it.
actor.
Yeah. For your information, I am not a middle-aged man. I'm a 24-year-old man, and I'm going to my room because I fucking want to.
Oh yeah, man, you memorize the movies well.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
But
depending on the quality.
The Flash would have been 10 times better if it wasn't just a straight origin film.
Or he said
It
if it
wasn't really an
was.
origin story.
No, he said if it was a straight origin story.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it kind of was because you see like Barry in the other reality getting his power. It's a really cool take on an origin. Like we see a version of Barry's origin, but not the one we know. But it's the paradox, it comes back around. It's like a full circle closed loop. So you
Danny
kind of do get the
Tremarco
origin.
is a classic. That's not directed by Apatow, but I mean, yeah, it's a great movie for sure.
Oh, dude, Paul Rudd in that movie. That's one I can quote whenever he's like on the beach.
You shall not pass.
Yeah.
Jason Segel naked in that scene. He's just
Oh,
like,
dude. God, that was the first time I
like he's
saw
just
it.
screaming, "You shall not pass."
Yeah, dude. I watched that at home, and that was the first time I saw a naked man. I was like a young guy, a young kid at the time. I was like, "What the hell?" Because it definitely comes out of nowhere.
Doing well. Well, glad to hear that, Josh. It's great to hear that you're doing well.
Yeah, man.
I loved Pete Davidson as Mirage. Definitely the best part of Rise of the Beasts. I agree.
Yeah, dude. I love Transformers, so like, I just respect Pete for like doing it. Like, he did it justice. Like, because a lot of kids will like resonate with Mirage. It'll be like a hero for kids. So I don't know. I just thought it was so unlikely Pete Davidson of all people would be that that door for a kid to like fall in love with the character.
Yeah, I agree. But here's an interesting question that I got for you.
Okay.
Like, so we did talk a little bit off stream about how you're a big Sonic fan. Like you played a lot of the GameCube games. So what's like your biggest memory of playing a certain Sonic game? Like, what's something that you can remember, like while you're playing a Sonic game that made you just go, "Oh my god!" Like
Oh,
you love
well,
it.
there's a lot of components. Mainly like Shadow, like Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube is my all-time favorite game, and it was the first time Shadow was ever introduced to the public. And he has those little roller skate shoes. They're like hover shoes, and the way he runs is so badass. And like I'll just never forget like running through the loops with Shadow and hearing the music in the background. The Sonic games undeniably have the best like video game soundtracks. Michael Jackson actually worked on one of the old Sonic games, and there's some like unreleased tracks that he messed with. But yeah, Sonic's music is another memory of mine. Like I still have some of the songs on my, I put them in the background of some of my videos even. So that kind of opened the door for me. And I just stayed up. You know how you get into those games where you stay up all night. I have so many all-nighters dedicated to Sonic.
I mean, I definitely got some all-nighters too. Sometimes, like I just like, especially like sometimes like now when it comes to my Switch, like
Yeah.
I played like a lot of the games I was into playing, like the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I played that a lot.
Oh, dude, I could show you. I got my Switch plugged in on that TV, and I got it keeps track of your hours if you go to your icon on there, your little account. And I have
Wow.
like over 300 hours on Smash Ultimate. I played that game a lot.
Well, and I usually buy the physical games. Like,
Yeah. Well, no, it does that. I have them on physical, but if you click on it, it still stores all that information like on your settings. So it's pretty
yeah,
cool.
but really quick, while we're talking about that, I'm actually gonna get my Switch games.
Okay. I got a question for you when you get back.
All right. Well, I can still hear you right now. If you can still hear me.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Who's your main on Smash? Do you have a main?
Um, that's I mean, that's kind of a good one because I mean, there's like so many good characters to use.
Yeah.
I would say, um, either it's like I would say like between 5 characters. Falco,
Ooh.
Wolf, Mario, Sonic,
Mm.
and if I can think of one motherfucker, I would probably. I think I would actually also say Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, DK's nasty in that game.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I've played too many hours of Smash. For me, I like Snake. I love using Snake. He's really unique in there, and then Sonic as well. And then I like Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario is a
Oh yeah, Doctor
powerhouse.
Mario's a good one.
Yeah, he's tough.
Um, but this is just all I have for now for Switch games. Like, it's a very small stack. Like, because I
Yeah,
recently just got a Switch. But
that's still a good collection. That's more than I got.
let's see. Like, this is the only one that is not Mario related that I have. But I got Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
Wow.
So,
I haven't even heard of that one. That's pretty cool.
and because if you were to ask me, like, what was some of my favorite types of things to watch growing up, it was Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
dude,
was a Nickelodeon kid growing up.
yeah. What was your favorite cartoon overall?
If I had to really, really think about favorite Nickelodeon cartoon, I would say either Jimmy Neutron or the earlier seasons of SpongeBob.
Yeah, they're so good, dude. SpongeBob.
I also love Rugrats. I love Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Danny Phantom was really good too. I love Danny
Oh
Phantom.
yeah.
Fairly
I
Odd
may.
Parents is great.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents is probably mine. Well, other than SpongeBob, Danny Phantom had a sweet sound or theme song too.
Yeah, I agree. But as far as like live action Nick, like with their sitcoms and everything, Drake and Josh.
Yeah, definitely. I
Drake,
love.
where's the door hole?
Oh, that's the most quotable show for our generation.
Well, I mean,
Drake
especially
and
just
Josh.
that line, like Drake.
That's the Clubhouse episode, right?
The treehouse.
Yeah, the Treehouse.
Like Drake, where's the door hole?
That was
He's
a
right
fun one.
there. I drew it with a magic marker. You were supposed to cut it out with the power saw. Dude, I'm gonna. Oh, really? Yes. So go get the power saw. Okay, I will.
Where's it at?
I see the problem. I'll do ya.
Dude, I love
Yes. Yes.
Megan. I don't even want to. Yeah, I don't even want to try to
At least bring me a
imitate him.
snow con.
Oh yes. I like how there's been so many memes of Josh Peck in his Oppenheimer scenes, like some of the screenshots. I've seen some really clever memes like of him talking to Oppenheimer. It's silly. The internet ruins everything serious, you know. Like you can have a heartbreaking scene in a movie and then like they'll put it out of context on Twitter and it's like fucking hilarious forever now.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah, internet's crazy.
Yeah, but then the other 6 are all Mario related, so obviously, let's smash.
Hey, nice. You got
Yeah.
Mario. I'm guessing you got Mario Kart in there, right?
Hold up a second.
Okay. Yep. Have you gotten
Yes.
the DLC courses?
I actually don't play the DLC courses because I actually don't have like online exclusives to Switch.
Well, you can do it on the. I don't think you even have to be like a member or whatever, but you can just purchase the DLC. It's an add-on for $20, and it's like they're still releasing new maps, so you can just play them like in your own time, you know.
I thought I had to be a member to do that though, so that's.
It may be, I'm not sure, but they've added some new characters. You know the wizard that Bowser's like little wizard guy.
Oh, Kamek.
Kamek, yeah, he's one of the new drivers in the DLC you can get, which is pretty cool.
Let's see. I also got one of the most popular Switch games, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, that's a good one. I had that at one time, but I think I traded it in.
That's a fun game. And then New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe.
Oh, dude, I got in once the Mario movie was kind of a thing earlier this year. I no-lifed that game, played it days on end. After seeing the Mario movie, I was in a big Mario mood.
I was still in a big Mario mood before the movie even came out. Like after I got my Switch, I was like, I need to get some more games.
Yeah.
And then I got Mario Party Superstars, which is actually one of my favorite games.
Yeah, dude, that one's fun as hell.
And then Super Mario Party, which I only played once because you had to play with separate Joy-Cons.
So what was the one before that? That one's Super Mario Party, and then what's the other one? Yeah,
Superstar.
okay. See, I like the Superstars a lot. I haven't played the standard one though.
The Superstars one is just so damn fun.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the funnest games to play with people around too.
Not even just that, even just playing it by yourself and just demolishing the computer players.
Yeah. And it's just unpredictable. It's a game that can ruin your night. I was wanting to show you this real quick. I brought this from home. Terrifier 2 Steelbook. I got it signed from David Howard Thornton. And he wrote Happy Birthday.
Hold up 1 second. I will be right back.
All right.
I will be right back.
I got the ticket in there too, guys. I know Luke's big on the tickets. Thankfully, they played Terrifier 2 near me last year when it came out.
But let me see the ticket really quick.
I got to meet the director and David Howard Thornton. Damien Leone was there at an after party.
Nice.
Dude, it was awesome. It was at a Comic-Con earlier this year. And I asked Damien Leone who would be his dream actor to hire for like a movie if he got, any pick. And he told me Sylvester Stallone. And I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And I love that Steelbook too, but I got to show you something even cooler.
Oh, okay.
I have 3 copies of this freaking thing.
Dude, nice. They did so good on the home release, giving all the different covers.
So yeah, this is the Blu-ray that my boy Fritzky sent to me. So,
that might be my favorite cover of all of them, honestly.
And then here is the Walmart exclusive Steelbook that you just showed, which I actually just picked up recently.
It's a beautiful Steelbook.
And here's the Best Buy 4K.
Yep. I've seen that one. I went to Best Buy recently. They still had a few of those.
Yeah, I wanted, like, the reason why here's two reasons why I have the like 3 copies of this thing. One, the different covers,
Mm-hmm.
and
All
two,
badass covers.
yeah, and two, I love this movie. Like, I want to, like, the reason why that's another reason why I own 3 copies is because I want to continue to support this movie.
Did you chip in money like when they were funding it? Because a lot of it was crowdfunded apparently.
Fortunately, I didn't know because I didn't even know this was even coming out. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, they worked on it for years, and I think they credit if you look at the credits, they like credited like all the people who donated, and the whole thing was like crowdfunded, which is nuts. It's nice to see people come together like that.
yeah, but so that's kind of why I also own 3 physical copies, is because I want to support this film.
Yeah, and dude, they're all really down. Like I said, I was at this horror convention earlier this year, and they were at the after party. The girl that played in the first movie, you know, the girl in the skeleton dress.
Oh, Tara?
Yeah, and she was in Renfield as well. She played Carol in the intervention room. She was the girl that like kept trying to talk, and she would like get it cut off or interrupted. She had short hair, but
Oh, I need to rewatch Renfield, and I need to keep track of that. Like,
yeah, dude, that's like her newest like big role. She told me she was gonna like I got to talk to them at the party, and she was so cool, and she told me how she's gonna be in Renfield this year. So I went to see it just to watch out for her. But yeah, the director Damien was so nice, and like they had all these people crowding him. It was a very packed little hotel venue thing, and like he made time to talk to me and answered my question. You know, I told him he should hire Cillian Murphy if he ever gets big enough, and he told me he was excited for Oppenheimer.
and speaking of which, though,
Yeah, nice. I love that cover. I rewatched that last night because I was doing homework. I know you're a big fan of that movie. I hadn't seen it since theaters, so I watched it in honor of Luke Ponto.
yeah, I really do love Renfield. Like,
Yeah, I liked it a lot more on the second watch. It's just a fun time.
you see, that's why I say sometimes you got to rewatch a movie because sometimes it'll help out.
Yeah, I wasn't in the best mindset when I saw it. I was just I guess I had a like I said just in a bad mood, so I wasn't really like welcoming the jokes. But
Well, not
yeah,
even, and a lot of people's like biggest complaint about the film is the CGI gore.
yeah,
What? And I was just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you're expecting, because it's real. Because look, man, like, this is Renfield, and people say it should be all practical effects. This is not fucking Evil Dead.
yeah. I mean, the practical stuff with Dracula when he was rotting away looked amazing. It was
Not
sickly.
even just that, like the body explosion of the priest, that was actually practical.
Oh, that was a good
And
one.
the face, like when Renfield took off that mask, practical face makeup, but just obviously CGI blood.
Yeah, yeah. They definitely
And
like
also
didn't
him
care.
ripping off the arms during the fight scene. Like,
I liked how he threw him at
the
the
arm
guy.
rip off was practical effects, but again, use of CGI blood.
Yeah, yeah. The CGI blood, it did look ridiculous, but the movie is supposed to be
But it didn't
ridiculous.
really. But I wouldn't say it looked fake. Like,
Yeah,
because
it
to be
looked.
honest, like when you really think about it, it's like, yeah, that would be the amount of blood that would come out.
Yeah, it was pouring out. It was definitely Mortal Kombat inspired. Had the
Yeah,
same type of
especially
texture.
that the X-ray kick at the
Hmm.
very end,
Yeah, there was,
when he basically kicks Eddie Lobo right in the stomach, and it breaks all of his bones like in his body.
and then he shits and pukes.
He's he vomits and shits blood. Like,
Yeah, God, that's why that
ridiculous.
movie's
It's so
yeah,
fun.
that movie is ridiculous.
And also, people complained a lot about Ben Schwartz being way more over the top than Nicolas Cage. It worked. Like,
I know. I liked Ben Schwartz. The one thing that keeps the movie like keeps me from loving it is just Aquafina. She just like I can never just get into her. Like she's kind of trying to play a badass cop and then also give you this like emotional like thing. You know, I don't know. I was just not into her scenes.
I honestly, like, that's where kind of you and I differ.
Oh, okay.
I love Aquafina.
Really? See, I know that's like some people like don't like her. Some people do. I liked her in Shang-Chi. But I thought it was weird that she got like the final blow, right? Like when she shoots the bow and arrow or something. I haven't seen that movie since theaters.
But but again though, I love Ben Schwartz and Renfield. Like, just seriously, like him just shooting at Aquafina and then just laughing his ass off. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he had some good quips too. Some good one-liners.
yeah, and also the restaurant fight scene in the movie, that was fucking raw, man.
Oh
Like that
yeah.
was.
I like the first fight too, just like when he finds the thugs, and then the
Oh yeah,
hitman
when
shows
he
up.
punches his face off, like he actually decapitates him. Like
Yeah.
he punches his face off, and it goes right into Teddy's car, and he's like, "Oh
Oh,
shit."
dude. Another thing that I liked Ben Schwartz did whenever he's like, hey, whenever at the end, whenever Renfield shows up and he's like, this all seems familiar or something, and then he like snorts a caterpillar, like because he's like a familiar now, and they get powers from eating bugs, and like he's a drug addict. So I thought it was funny. He like had a caterpillar, centipede on his finger, and he snorted it. I was like, this guy's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I thought in order to get the power, they had to eat the bugs, not snort it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it goes down either way. It has to go down, not up. So it'll get in his.
Yeah, so like, and just the fact that, I mean, but at the same time, I kind of found it weird that in order to get like the power, like Renfield had to eat bugs. Like that
I
was the
know.
weird thing.
I don't know.
But I
I
was
guess
like,
that's
you know what? It's an original idea.
okay.
So
Yeah. See, I wasn't sure if that was like a part of the mythology or something, but I thought it was kind
it
of
had to have
random.
been like an original idea.
Yeah.
Because it's like no normal person would eat bugs just to get powers. Like no normal person would do that.
I know. It's a funny little kryptonite they used, or like a
And even,
lifeline.
just even that scene, like when he cuts a couple people like with the serving platters, as Aquafina calls them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun
Especially like
ass
with that
movie.
first scene between with Dracula and Renfield fighting off those priests. So that's when I was like, I think I'm in for a fucking treat. Like,
Yeah, I love the opening a lot. That scene was badass, and like
again, like I said, that priest exploding was used with practical effects.
that's
Like,
crazy. But it also establishes.
I actually thought that was CGI, but then when my buddies told me that was practical effects, and I was like, really? Okay.
Mhm. It did a good job establishing the manipulation that Dracula had to, like, because Renfield had the chance to just let him die, and in the very opening, and it was just sad. I like that through line that he really was like being used by this guy. And it's just an interesting
Nicholas
conflict.
Cage playing Dracula was like a dream role for him.
Oh, it's brilliant. As soon as we saw the set photos, I was like, "Fuck yeah, give it to us now." I remember when those
Yes,
photos dropped.
that was like that's like the biggest thing that will sell anybody just based on that movie is Nicolas Cage playing Dracula.
Yeah. Did you ever watch What We Do in the Shadows?
I have heard about that one. I've never seen it.
Oh, dude, you will love it. It's Taika Waititi. I think it was one of his first directed movies. But yeah, the movie's really good, dude. It's funny as
It's
hell.
on my list, but it's just I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well, spooky season's coming up, so put it in the rotation. And then they have a show. There's a show of it on Hulu that's really good too.
Heard about that one as well.
Yep, keeps the same tone.
Genuinely surprised by Renfield. Thought it was going to be really dumb, but it was awesome. It is awesome. I agree.
Yep.
Have you seen Ash vs. Evil Dead? Yes, I have. I actually have seen Ash vs. Evil Dead. Really good show.
Yeah, I watched it years ago, but I kind of forgot. I remember it had a cool opening. It was like a really twisted opening.
Very twisted.
Ernie asked about Cloverfield.
Oh, yeah? The first Cloverfield, great. 10
Yeah.
Cloverfield Lane, even better.
Really good.
Cloverfield Paradox can kiss my ass.
I never watched it because it was so weird how it just dropped and then nobody cared about it, so I never really gave it a chance. There's I've seen some people talking about like there's like talks of a new Cloverfield thing. There's this weird website thing they got going on, and there's all these Easter eggs. And I think the first Cloverfield does have the greatest Easter egg of all time at the ending when they're on the Ferris wheel. and he's looking off into the water, and you see the monster land in the water, and it's like, because that scene's like before the attack. So crazy Easter egg from back in the day.
Very crazy, man. Like, holy fucking hell.
That was Matt Reeves. That's crazy now that he's done so many great movies, and that was one of his
That
first.
was his very first film like that he ever directed. Like,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if
and
it was.
then it went to Let Me In.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You're gonna hate me for this, but I have not seen Let Me In.
Oh, well, I've only seen it once, and it gives you like
I've seen the original though. Let the Right One In.
Yeah, I knew it was. I never saw that one. I know it was like a remake, but I think Chloe Grace Moretz is in the Let Me In, the Matt Reeves version, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't. It's not that memorable. Obviously, I can't even remember it, but I enjoyed it. I remember it has a cold. It's set in the winter, so it like really leaves you. I love winter time movies. 30 Days a Night, so badass.
Oh yeah, 30 Days a Night. That's a good one.
Yeah, that movie's so fun.
Let's see. Jared Runner is in the building. What is up, my man?
Hey, Jared.
He just saw, and he was the one that I just got a text from and said he just saw it. Talk to me.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice.
Glad to hear you enjoyed it though, man. I'm proud of you.
I want to go see it again while it's still in theaters.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I wish I could see it in theaters, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna have time to, especially.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
well,
it is what it is.
It's good enough that you'll still love it at home. It's just a badass little horror tale. It's a cool mythology they created for that one.
Would be interesting to see how they did that.
Yeah. Are you going to do any? Do you have any like special plans for October season? Like any type of special videos coming out?
I would mostly do just like some scary movie watch-alongs with my friends.
Nice.
Like, so yeah, that would be ones that we pick. So, and then for December, when I get back from my trip, I think I'll try to squeeze in one Christmas season watch along before I leave for a few days. But I already have 2 movies that are planned for the Christmas season watch-alongs, which are very much so violent Christmas movies.
Oh, was one of them got violent in the title?
No, one of them does.
Violent Night.
Yep, Violent Night. Yeah,
that's a good one. That was a fun movie from last year, right?
Yeah, and that was one of the most fun theater experiences I've ever had. Like,
yeah.
Like, I was just... There were so many times I could just not hold my laughter. Like, I was just... Like, there was just so many times I was just laughing my ass off.
That was another Universal movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they've done so much unique. Their catalog these past few years has been awesome. Just so diverse.
And it helps that we got a lot of those franchise films, like with the Fast and Furious films, the Jurassic World films. It's like it helps.
Yeah, because it helps them fund
because
these
it will give them the budget to make those.
You're right.
So yeah.
Hey, I got another question for you.
All right.
Well, how Laren asked earlier about classic movies, one that I meant to mention is Black Christmas, the original. That's what top 5 horror movie of all time for me. It's so like influential to the original Halloween. It created that POV stalker shot. The Black Christmas did that. Have you seen that one?
Yep, I have seen Black Christmas.
Did you like it?
I love that original film. Like,
yeah. Do you have that one in the collection?
I don't have that one, but I'm gonna work to get that one.
It's rare. It's a pretty rare release.
I might get I'm gonna try to get the 4K they released from Scream Factory because I do want to own that. But I have the guys. Don't hate me for this, but I have the 2019 version of Black Christmas in my shelf. I don't think it's that bad.
I never saw it. I heard it was that bad. I never gave it a chance.
I honestly don't really think it's that bad. Like,
I'll check it out if you say that.
It's decent, but I can definitely acknowledge that it definitely has a lot of problems. But I didn't think it was all that bad.
I heard they don't reference Billy at all, do they? Billy the killer. See, that's makes me happy because if they would mess up that legacy, because Billy's such a crazy, like, ambiguous killer. So I heard the movie was really hated, but I think it's cool that they don't taint that legacy of that icon. He's not really an icon, but for me, he's like one of the creepiest killers.
Yeah. Sorry, Laren. I'm sorry.
Oh.
And also the 2006 one, I think gets a little bit too much hate.
I actually do own that one. That one's a little easier to find on home release, but I like that one, dude. It's disgusting. It really
Yeah,
gets
that's
under your
actually kind of what
skin.
made that one a little bit better than honestly it should be.
Yeah, because it does a lot more showing than telling. The first one's all suspense. The original, you don't see a lot, but the
Yeah,
remake
it's like
goes for it.
yeah, it's because it's like with that one, it's like they don't like Bob Clark does not show you what happens.
Yeah,
He leaves it up to your imagination. It's like just like how David Fincher does it with Seven.
yeah.
He
I
does
haven't seen
not show
Seven.
you.
That's another classic I haven't seen. I've never seen Seven, guys, and I would love it.
No,
I'm sorry.
Justin.
Hey, I promise. By the time I'm on another live show in the future, I will have seen it, and I'll make that promise to you.
No.
I've seen clips of it. I've seen the box scene, which sucks, but it's like so iconic that it just pops up places.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, I want to see it really bad. I love Brad
That's
Pitt.
dude. I'm sorry to say, but that's embarrassing.
Oh, I could have just left it to myself. I shouldn't have admitted it.
Yeah, that is just.
Hey, I won't be embarrassing for long. I'll catch up by the end of the
Okay.
month.
What I could say that there are some films obviously that I have not seen because I haven't seen everything.
Mm-hmm. I know you do keep up though. That's one thing I really respect about you is the physical collection, the physical media. There's not a lot. I mean, you see how Australia's ending their physical with Disney. There's not as many collectors now, so like we gotta support each other, or a small tribe.
Yeah, we got to stock up on those.
Yeah.
So,
What is your rarest physical release you got?
I would say this is just in regards to the slipcover, like because this slipcover is very out of print. And after I show this, I'm gonna move to a different spot really quick because my phone's almost dead.
Okay.
And it is the 4K of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Nice. I love that cover art. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and this slipcover is very out of print. Like,
wow. Yeah, it's got the raised print on it, puff print.
Yep, the embossed.
Embossed, yeah. Man, that's gorgeous. Did you
that
get
slipcover.
which Guardians 3 did you pick up? Have you done that yet?
I did pick up Guardians 3, and
I need to get that one.
The 4K.
I like that cover with the stars in their costumes and stuff. You can kind of see the galaxy.
And also the look of it.
Yeah, man, that's gorgeous. Those have always been the most aesthetically pleasing MCU films. The Guardians movies are so beautiful to look at.
The first one's still the best, though. We can't deny that. The first one's still the best.
Just as a movie?
As a movie.
See, I need to rewatch Guardians 3, but in my ranking, I actually have Guardians 3 in my top 10. It's right above 1. 1 is at 10 for me.
I love Guardians 3, but to be honest, I think it's a little bit too long.
I agree. I saw it in theaters 3 times. I hit the 3 on that one, the 3-peat, and
I saw that one twice.
Yeah, and it dragged the second watch, second and third. I think those movies are all good, but I think James Gunn, he's awesome. I really respect the dude, but I don't think he's perfected the third act yet. I don't think he's had like an incredible third act. The dance off at the end of 1 is really cool, but my brain kind of mutes out all the spaceship, pew pew, all the battles, because it all looks like copy and paste from other movies. So when they always do that at the ending of movies, I kind of just tone out and lose interest.
I would say the one that I was just like yeah is the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's his most unique third act. I
But
agree. That
really
one
quick,
was
I'm
good.
gonna go ahead and move really quick so that because my phone is like legit almost dead.
Okay.
So you are going to see a different spot.
Oh, I like the Gremlins poster. Love
Yeah,
that.
I've had that
fucking
poster
movie.
for a long time as well.
It's a good one.
Yes, I love it.
I was gonna tell you my rarest physical release I have is I only have the disc for it. Is The Empty Man. Did you ever see The Empty Man?
I've heard about it.
Oh, dude, it's like a cult classic. Like, I mean, it's from like 2018 or something. But it was right around the time Fox got bought out and it got like dumped and nobody really saw it. Chris Stuckman made a video essay about it. But dude, it's like one of the greatest horror movies the past 10 years, easily, like top 10. It's so good. And the only way you could get it on physical was when Red Boxes were around. You could buy the disc at Redbox. So I bought The Empty Man for $5 at the box, but you don't get the case, obviously. So that's the only way you could have that movie. I don't know if they've updated it since then. But
Well,
anybody watching, check out The Empty Man. It's good.
yeah. So while I'm at it, because we're talking about physical media now, how about I show you every single movie from 2023 that I have?
Okay. Well, we saw the top 10 earlier, or the top 7, because you didn't have the other ones aren't released yet.
Yeah, so I'll just go, but just for fun, if anyone is just joining, I'll show them again. So Evil Dead Rise, Cocaine Bear, Scream 6 or Scream V, I guess you could say. It's Scream 6, people. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. John Wick Chapter 4, or as I like to say, yeah.
Yeah. I need a gun.
I'm thinking I'm bad.
Yes. Yes.
And then, of course, the Super Mario Brothers movie. I mean, if you're a Mario fan, you have to own this.
I don't have it yet. I've kind of been waiting. I want to get that Star, the Walmart exclusive Star case.
My Walmart does not have it for some reason.
Yeah, dude, mine never got it, but I'm still waiting. Maybe holiday season they'll do a mass release of it. That's the one I want, though.
And I just dropped the shit. So yeah.
Have you seen the steel books for Across the Spider-Verse yet?
I actually pre-ordered the Best Buy Steelbook.
Yeah, they're both nice, dude. The Walmart one's really cool too. I can't decide which one.
Again, I might if my Walmart actually gets that Steelbook the day it comes out, I might grab it.
Nice. Yeah, I like the back of the Walmart one. I think it's got the spray painted Spidey logo. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, and like I said, you already saw Renfield and also, or should I say, Cecil?
Cecil.
Yeah, you have to say it in that voice.
See, I haven't seen it yet. I don't know the reference, but I'll know soon.
It was in the trailer, so.
I don't know if I ever saw that trailer. I saw some reviews about it.
Yeah, let's see. Let me hit these couple comments. Yeah, you got to catch up on some stuff though, Jared. Well, there you go. Why can't we, where's the Dogma Blu-ray? Everybody's asking for that. Give us a new Dogma Blu-ray. Guardians 3 is the best Guardians. It's in my top 5 MCU, my personal favorite of the year so far. It's great.
Respectable.
Not my personal favorite, though.
I love the profile picture, Goose. He's got the cover on there.
Yep. Redbox is going away, sadly. Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, slowly. I've seen them. They're starting to disappear.
Oh, dear God. Howard the Duck. Oh, my ultimate guilty pleasure movie.
I've never seen that, but that's kind of a dope steelbook to own. I feel like a lot of people can't say they have that one.
Again, that is my ultimate guilty pleasure movie. And also, just to show it off again, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Hell yeah.
Okay, now we can go into the ones I haven't shown yet, because there's a lot. Well, actually, first off, I'll show this off. I got the complete first season of The Last of Us.
Yeah, I saw they just released that. Oh, is that a holographic cover?
It's an embossed cover. Let me see if I can try to put it in
Oh, that's pretty. That's when
Yeah,
you know a show. That's when you know a season's good, when they get a physical release.
yeah,
Such a
and I'm
good
only
show.
I'm only 2 episodes behind on this
Oh,
show yet. But from what I've seen, man,
so you've
like I
only
said,
seen two, or you got two left?
2 left.
Oh, so you got to see the episode with Henry, the little
Yeah.
boy. God, dude, that was one of the most devastating endings of an episode of
That's
television.
what I meant. I haven't seen 8 and 9 yet. Those
Yeah,
episodes. Right? So
dude, that season was phenomenal. But that Henry episode, like, everybody talked about the episode with Nick Offerman. That was a great one. Beautiful story. But the Henry one, like, ripped me apart. That was the most depressing thing ever. That ending to that poor kid and his
yeah,
brother.
that poor kid. And then next up we got Kandahar with Gerard Butler.
Oh, Gerard Butler just does the most random movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen this yet, but I saw the trailer for this when I saw another movie that I'm going to show here in a little bit, and I was like,
Yeah.
So I picked it up.
See, I hadn't even heard of that one.
I haven't seen it yet, but next is I'm just picking randomly. Creed 3.
Oh, good choice.
This is the
That's a nice
Walmart
one.
slipcover.
Wow. I didn't know it did that. That's sick.
Yep, it's a pop open slipcover, and this is a great sequel.
It was really good.
All right, the next up. Oh yeah, baby. Asteroid City.
Oh, I love the font of that title. It's a pretty font.
And dude, phenomenal cast.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Goldblum. If Jeff
Jason
Goldblum's there, I'm
Scarlett
there.
Johansson, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Wright, Bryan Cranston, Edward Norton, Adrian Brody, Liev Schreiber, Hope Davis, Stephen Park, Rupert Friend, Maya Hawke, Steve Carell, Matt Dillon, Hong Chow, Willem Dafoe, Margot Robbie, Jake Ryan, Tony Revolori, and Jeff Goldblum.
Wow. Jeff
Awesome
Goldblum
cast.
anchoring off the cast. That is amazing. Willem Dafoe, Matt Dillon, so underrated. I love
You
Matt
think
Dillon.
he's underrated? Jason Schwartzman's underrated.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen a lot of him. He was I liked him in Scott Pilgrim. He was awesome in that one.
Don't overlook him as the Spot though, and then Across the
Dude,
Spider-Verse.
that's what I was gonna say.
Was him.
Yeah, I know. I did a ranking of my top 5 Spidey villains, and he's like number 4 of all the Spidey movies for me. Spot was an awesome villain because he's so he's not menacing, but he's pure terror to think what he can do, you know. And he's still learning what he can do. It's terrifying. He can ruin everything for everybody.
And for Scott Pilgrim, he was actually my favorite evil ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, he was the most iconic, probably. Chris Evans was good too.
What would you say? Just the fight scenes with him and Scott, I was like, oh.
Yeah, they had some good fights. What would you say is your favorite Edgar Wright movie?
It's actually Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Did you see the trailer for the new anime?
I saw it come up, but I haven't watched the trailer yet.
Yeah, same here. I haven't seen it, but I heard people talking about it. For me, I'd say Baby Driver. I love Baby Driver, but I like all his movies.
I love all of his movies. That's the reason why I was going to say he was my favorite director, but like I said, I had to give more love to Wes Anderson.
Yeah, but Edgar didn't get enough love for Last Night in Soho. That movie was top 10 of that year for me. I loved that movie.
That was actually my favorite movie that year.
Good choice, dude. It was like 3 for me. It was top 3. I think that was the year that year A Quiet Place 2 was my favorite. I loved that. Cillian Murphy was awesome in that one.
Yep, and also we were just talking about this one, but Beau is Afraid.
Oh, that's a pretty cover.
Well, I was actually holding it in the dark, though, for some reason.
Yeah, it's got a nice shine to it.
Not really all that shiny, but okay. Let me see. Next. Dude. This one right here that I have in my hand, it makes me sad every day that this movie flopped at the box office?
Renfield? No.
I already showed that one.
Yeah. What else flopped this year? Ant-Man? No, that wasn't that big of a flop.
I didn't really love that one, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I didn't love
liked
that.
it, but I don't love it.
It's my least favorite MCU movie personally. I was really annoyed by it.
If you think that one's bad, Thor: The Dark World's even worse.
Thor the Dark World's bad, but Ant-Man Quantumania had it needed to do something, you know. It was time for MCU to create the connective tissue again, and they nerfed Kang. I just thought it was the dumbest decision to make Kang lose at the end. If he's got the next Avengers movie titled after him, like how are we going to be scared of him now? He got beat by Ant-Man. It was an awful decision.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but still. Anyways, we're gonna try to get this back in. God damn it. Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, I should have thought of that.
It makes me so sad that this film flopped at the box office.
I know. I'm part of that. I didn't get to see it when it was out. I can't remember why. I never got around to see it, but I watched it at home. I really liked it. It was sweet.
I saw this in the theater, dude, and I love this movie.
You go ahead.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it might be my favorite comedy of the year because I think the humor in it was so well done.
They balanced it really well.
Yeah.
That's why this movie works so well, is because they balanced the humor quite a bit.
I know they did. Even the dragon itself being a little tubby dragon, they subverted the expectations.
That's a chunky one.
I know, but it was still a cool sequence.
But yeah, man, this movie, damn good.
Yeah, good choice. Good pickup.
Yep. We got one there. And then next up, 65.
Oh, wow, 4K. It looks nice on 4K.
Yeah, I mean, this was the last copy of the 4K left the last time I went to Walmart. It was the same day I bought Honor Among Thieves.
I just
realized this was the last copy, so I was like, yeah, I gotta grab this.
Well, it's good that they're selling. Like I said, if I see physical media selling, it makes my heart happy.
This slipcover, though, this slipcover's out of print.
Oh, nice.
Already, it's already out of print.
Wow.
Just the slipcover. The 4K is not out of print, but the slipcover is.
Well, that's a good little grail right there. I just realized we're twinning with the Sonics in the background. We both got Sonic running.
The same kind of poster, but that's actually for Sonic 2.
Oh, okay. Which I like Sonic 2 more than 1 a lot. Sonic 2 was so good.
For a while, that was I would have said that's the best video game movie, but now that goes to Mario.
Yeah, they're hand in hand for me, but I think they're both phenomenal.
Here's a pretty overlooked movie of the year, Polite Society.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. I saw that popped up on streaming too.
Yep. Really funny movie also. This is also really funny.
Yeah, the trailer looked good for that. They played it a few times. I was going to ask you a quick question regarding Sonic 2. Who is your fan cast for Shadow for Sonic 3?
Oh, you got me thinking now.
Dude, I want them to announce it. With the strike going on, it'll be a while till we get the confirmation, but we need to know soon.
I would say because of the deep voice he has, I would say Sean Bean.
Oh, that's a good pick. I haven't seen that one yet. Good choice. For me, it would never happen, but I think Hayden Christensen would be dope. Thinking of him as Anakin, that bratty voice, or Oscar Isaac. After what Oscar Isaac did as Spider-Man 2099, he'd be really good as Shadow.
I could see that happening. So, anyways, and now we got Jesus Revolution.
Oh, that's a newer one, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
This one was actually not bad.
I'll get around to it.
Not a bad faith-based movie.
Yeah. There are some.
Usually those are the kinds of films that are pretty sucky.
Yeah, somebody had to say it.
I had to. I'm sorry. Oh, Fast X.
Oh, that's a good slipcover though. I
I
guess.
can tell you this though, it was better. It was definitely better than 9.
Yeah, I think they're both hand in hand pretty average. I haven't seen
I will watch. I will watch 10 like a zillion more times before I rewatch 9.
yeah, I just watched
9 was
9.
just like, oh my god, like this franchise just needs to end.
Yeah, I mean, I think they always overdo it. The only thing I like
But
9.
with 10 though, I kind of felt like they kind of trimmed it down a bit, which I liked.
Yeah, but the endings, them doing that like cliffhanger ending, trying to be like all the other blockbusters, it was just like it shows that Vin Diesel pays attention to what's popular, but his version of it is like very sloppy, you know. Like that cliffhanger
That was
ending
a
was,
sloppy cliffhanger. Like,
yeah, it was very silly. Like
but
Gal Gadot showing up at the end, it's like who was wanting that? Gal Gadot just shows up in every movie this year for 2 minutes.
yep. And I know you were just talking some trash about this, but I have Quantumania.
That's a good 4K cover though. Is that the cinematic universe version?
Yep, Cinematic
Yep.
Universe Edition.
Yeah, I like those.
And then, hey,
Oh, beautiful, Megan.
good
That's a
movie.
good one. Yeah, I like that one. I wish it was rated R though.
One of the wildest movies of the year, Infinity Pool.
Yeah, dude, that one was fucked up.
This one was gnarly.
It was gorgeous too. The cinematography was great. It was a little too like I don't know. It stuck with me, but it wasn't one of my favorites, you know. But like I thought it definitely had a chilling thing about it where it just gets under your skin.
Oh, here's a movie that definitely can get under my skin from time to time. The Covenant.
Oh, dude, great film. That was in my top 10. It's like probably 11 or 12 now.
Yeah, and this was the movie I got the trailer for Kandahar in front of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. That's like Guy Ritchie's most different movie he's ever made. Like it's like nothing else.
This is the least type of Guy Ritchie movie that you will ever see.
Yeah, and you got to respect that, him changing it up like that. I think Dar Salim as the interpreter is like right now with all the other performances this year. I think he is like in the talk for supporting actor. Like I thought he was amazing in that, but he won't get nominated. But you know what I mean? Still early in the year.
Which I think is ridiculous, but I mean, dude. But Jake Gyllenhaal though.
Oh yeah.
This man, living legend.
Oh, dude, I got to get a selfie with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's one of my proudest moments.
I'm so jealous now. Like, I want to meet Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, if you look at my Instagram, I think it's on there somewhere. But dude, he's very nice. There was all these fans surrounding him, and he took his time with everybody. Very good dude.
Yeah, now I definitely want to meet him.
Yeah, he's a legend. What's your favorite Gyllenhaal performance overall?
No question whatsoever, it's Nightcrawler.
Yeah, good choice.
And that is the one that he really should have been nominated for. Screw you, Academy.
I know, man. He's like so many years he could have been in the conversation. For me, I think like my favorite performance of his. There's a few that I can't think of right now. I liked End of Watch. I thought he was very powerful in that. But I think his best movie is Prisoners. Prisoners is one of the greatest movies ever. I love that movie.
I love Prisoners. Next up, I think this is honestly one of the most overhated films of the year. Paint.
Oh, I need to see that. I forgot about that one.
Not bad at all. This is actually not too bad. It's a bit too much hate in my opinion.
I love Owen Wilson, so I'm gonna keep my eye out for that on streaming.
And then Marlowe, which I don't really feel like talking about.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about that. Man, you got them all. That's a good stack you got there.
Yep. And then Magic Mike's Last Stand. This movie was actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I forgot that a Magic Mike movie came out this year. I feel like years ago people were crazy over that franchise and nobody cared this year. That's kind of wild to think about.
And then we got...
I love Salma Hayek. She's like my dream. She's in my dreams. So I'll definitely check that out.
I got Justice League Warworld.
Oh yeah, it's a new one, right?
Yep.
I love DC animation.
Yeah, that's the newest one. And then we got this really cool edition of Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Yeah, is that the Warner Bros. One?
It's the Walmart exclusive Icon edition.
Oh, sick.
With this really interesting type of open up kind of.
Damn.
artwork.
Dude, that's glorious. I need to get that. I have the first one, so I need to get that one to match it in the shelf.
Also, guys, stop hating on her.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, she's a talent. I love her.
National treasure, dude.
For real.
Yes, I love her. You know, I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah, I'll never throw shame on Rachel. She's
I will support her all the way through for her entire career. No matter what she says about anything, she always got my support.
Good man.
I'll tell you that much. And then here's Sakura with Donnie Yen.
Ooh, I saw that recently on display.
Somebody in the chat here recommended me to watch this, and I really dug it.
Nice. I'm gonna check that out. Based off of your recommendation, but also Donnie Yen, very slept-on actor.
I agree. And then next up, we got A Man Called Otto.
Was that last year or this year? That was early this year, right?
Very early. I mean, it got press screenings in December 2022, but it came out wide this year.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, I think
very good movie.
Saw that on Netflix recently.
And then we got the ultimate so bad it's good movie of 2023.
Cocaine Bear? Oh
no, Knights of the Zodiac.
Oh, that looks like some 2004 shit. I've never even.
This movie is so awesomely bad.
Who's in that? I remember seeing a trailer for that.
Let's see. Famke Janssen's in it. Nick Stahl's in it. Sean Mean's in it.
Yeah, I remember the girl that played Jean Grey, right? Famke.
Yeah, Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
Also playing Xenia Onatopp in GoldenEye.
Oh yeah.
This movie is so freaking terrible, but I love it.
Those are fun.
When I saw how hilariously bad this movie was, I was like, yeah, I gotta own this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will buy bad movies from time to time, but it's like, even if they're like really so bad it's good, it's like I have to own them.
Yeah, I have a few of those, I think. I love the dedication though.
Yep. And then we got Operation Fortune, another Guy Ritchie movie, and this is like you can tell right here, this is a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, it screams it from the cover. That's crazy. He released 2 this year.
Very enjoyable movie. I mean, as a big Guy Ritchie fan, I enjoyed this.
Okay. I need to watch that one too. I love Josh Hartnett. I saw Josh Hartnett's in there.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett's in it. Also, Aubrey Plaza's in it. So.
Oh, okay. I'm watching it right after I get off. Right after I get off here.
Here's a pretty interesting one. I mean, this movie did not get good reviews, but I watched it recently and I enjoyed it. The Machine.
Oh, I'll never watch that. I'm sorry. I cannot stand that guy. I don't know why.
Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, I think his whole gimmick of just being an annoying, like, alcoholic jerk. Like, I've seen him in interviews and stuff, and he's just like proud to be a drunk. I just think he's like very annoying. I don't know.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Mark Hamill's in there and stuff. Obviously, he's got a fan base to get his own movie greenlit, which is kind of crazy.
The scene though, like when he shoots one of the Russians in the head, and then he falls back, shoots another guy, and then the other guy gets shot in the head, and then he shoots another guy in the head.
Gosh, was that in the trailer?
That was in the trailer. Like,
yeah,
that was so freaking funny.
I remember seeing the trailer.
Like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot him in the leg, and then shoot, falls back, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Gosh.
That made me laugh so damn hard. Like, even when I watched the movie, because I saw it in the trailer, like, I just laughed my ass off. That was so damn funny.
Well, I'm
I
glad you
killed a
got it.
man. Well, technically, you killed several men. Like, I was like, yeah. Anyways, next up, speaking on Gerard Butler, Plane.
That was this year?
Yeah,
Wow.
good movie.
I want to watch
I actually
that.
enjoyed this one quite a bit.
I want to watch that. I like Gerard. I just wish he was in more like prominently like popular movies, you know. He does all these random movies.
Yeah, and you also got Mike Coulter in this one too.
Yeah, Luke Cage. It's good to see him getting some work.
Yeah, this is a pretty good. This is actually a pretty interesting action thriller. I mean, it's pretty ordinary when you think about it in action standards, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I'll look into that one. I think that one's on streaming somewhere too. Seen it a few times. Oh, that was in my top 10 for the longest time. I know it was like January.
So freaking good.
Dude, incredible movie. I cried in that movie. It had so much.
That final twist.
Oh, I know. Every twist.
That twist blows my mind. I was just like,
yeah.
Oh,
like,
dude, no, dude. I was just like, I was just telling June, like, no, go, call the police now, call the fucking police.
Dude, the trailer looked like it showed everything too. It was one of those trailers. It looked like it was just like too much. But you see the movie, and I don't know anybody could watch Missing and predict where it's going. It is so bonkers, dude.
It's the same thing with Barbarian. Like, it may look like they gave the whole movie away, but it's like, no, they Zach Kreger just completely just turned the tables on you.
Yeah, you're right.
That's kind of how I like to think of like movies like that. Like, it's basically a lot like Barbarian. Like, you cannot predict a single direction where the movie goes.
Yeah. Yeah, Barbarian was crazy. Dude, I loved it. It was just
love Barbarian.
Yeah, the pacing was awesome.
And then we got The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh goodness. That movie looked AI generated.
I'll tell you this, there's actually some unique things that are actually added to the subgenre of exorcism movies that actually make this film pretty enjoyable.
Okay.
But definitely has a lot of tropes to the subgenre. But still a fun enough movie.
Yeah, I mean, Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah,
he always brings something to the table.
And then last but not least, I think you might have saw this one coming. Hold on.
I'm trying to think. Is it newer or older?
Well, it came out in May on physical. Hold on.
Scream.
No. Here, I was trying to do something to give you the hint.
Oh, Knock at the Cabin.
Yep, Knock at the Cabin.
Nice. That's a good. Is that the Steelbook?
This is the Steelbook.
Sweet. Yeah, that movie was good.
I will say that this is Shyamalan's best movie since Signs.
Oh wow, that's a good.
I mean, love Knock at the Cabin.
I liked it a lot. I like a lot of Shyamalan though. I liked Old. I thought Knock at the Cabin was better than Old, but I liked Old. But I also like Glass. Nobody liked Glass. I thought that movie.
I loved Glass.
Dude, I loved it. That's one of my favorite Shyamalan movies. I agree with you. I can't get enough of James McAvoy. Like, he's so misused, you know. We don't get enough of him in Hollywood. And dude, he like puts on a clinic as Kevin Crumb, and it's a tragic character. His ending's so sad.
Let's see. Jared says, never seen Howard the Duck. Well, you're in for a treat for a So Bad It's Good movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one too, Jared.
Let's see. For this year, from this year, are Missing, Quantumania, Creed 3, 65, John Wick 4, Shazam 2, Super Mario Brothers, and Guardians 3.
Nice.
Yeah. And plans on getting Fast X. There you go.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup list.
Here are your top 5 classic musical icons: Freddie Mercury, Elton John, Johnny Cash, James Brown, Elvis Presley. I think I probably would have the same top 5, to be honest.
That's a good list.
favorite Gyllenhaal performance has to be End of Watch. Good pick.
Yeah, good pick,
Don't
Goose.
overlook Johnny Darko though. Johnny Darko's fantastic.
Yeah, and then another one. One of his best supporting performances is Brothers with Tobey Maguire.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Brothers. Yeah, I forget about that one
That's a good
sometimes.
And also
And then-
another one of his earlier films that I kind of feel like I understand why people are forgetting about it, but I definitely want to see more people watch it. Bubble Boy.
I've never seen that one. I need to watch it though. I've always wanted to. I don't want it to change my.
Funny.
I feel like it's one of those movies that'll change my perspective on him, because he's so goofy looking in it.
But you can't really complain about that though, because it's one of his earlier films.
Yeah, and it's the job. They go out of their comfort zone as actors. I liked Southpaw. I have that one. That's one. I don't have a lot of Steelbooks.
Oh, Southpaw's a good one.
Yeah, I found that one on Steelbook recently on sale. I had to grab it.
Source Code's another good one.
Oh yeah, Source Code's awesome.
Yes, yeah, I love Source Code. Like, there's so many great Jake Gyllenhaal performances. It's like
I know.
You can't even pick one.
Yeah, he's like one of the most reliable actors. Like,
Life.
Life is awesome. Yep.
Oh, Jared, I love you so much, dude. Jarhead.
Yeah, Jarhead. I hadn't seen that since I was younger, but that was a good one. October
Jarhead
Sky.
is so good. Dude, you guys are awesome. Pointing out so many great Jake
October
Gyllenhaal
Sky. Yeah, that one, like, they used to play that one in school back where I went to school. So I
watched that one in school too. That was actually when I first saw the film. Was actually in school.
Mm-hmm.
Eighth grade math class was actually when I first saw October Sky, and
nice,
so good. I'm trying to think of another great Jake Gyllenhaal performance. Obviously, like we said, The Covenant's great.
Brokeback Mountain, those are good performances.
The only Oscar nomination he got was
which
Brokeback
is crazy.
Mountain.
The movie, I think the movie is important, but it's definitely like the pacing's really bad to Brokeback Mountain. It kind of, I don't know, it's a lot of dragging on in it, but I love their acting in it.
I haven't seen
David
this
Harbour,
one, but I'm sure he's great in it. Demolition.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either. Oh, I just remembered one. This is my top 5 A24 movies. Enemy. Have you seen Enemy?
Really good.
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve, or I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, Villeneuve. Yeah, that movie's great, man. Nobody talks about that one.
Yeah. Oh, Everest is a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. That one is fun. He has a show coming out on HBO made by Denny. Denny's producing, I think directing multiple episodes, and Jake Gyllenhaal stars in it. It's going to be on Max.
Bro, I cannot wait. I mean, I would only be watching it for Gyllenhaal.
I know, but Denny...
Oh, wait a minute. Why did I forget this one? Nocturnal Animals.
Oh, God. That's Aaron Taylor-Johnson's best performance, too. He was good in that.
Dude, great trio leads, like Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Michael Shannon.
I know. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, I think a few of them, Michael Shannon might have got a Golden Globe for that. But I know Aaron Taylor-Johnson won the Golden Globe that year. But he didn't get nominated for the Oscar, which is crazy. Such a good performance.
When we really think about it, though, why didn't Gyllenhaal get nominated, though?
Yeah, I agree. I think
because
Gyllenhaal.
Anytime like he's in a supporting role, he's always the standout.
Yeah, but he kind of is the anchor of the movie. Like well, it's mainly Amy Adams' like perspective, but still, he's in the movie a good bit. So good though. I'm gonna have to hop off here at like 11:30. We got about 3 more minutes. I gotta walk my dog and stuff.
Yeah, but hold on. I want to see if there's any Jake Gyllenhaal performances that I'm like forgetting about.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like, again, there's so many of them.
I know. We spent 5 minutes going over them. It's crazy.
Zodiac.
Zodiac. Shit. You're right.
Why did we forget about Zodiac? That's a good one. Stronger.
Oh my God, Stronger. That scene in the car when he has that breakdown. That's a good one.
One
of the great acting scenes.
Oh, dude. The Guilty.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one from a few years ago. That was right during COVID, I think.
Yeah.
I like that one.
The Day After Tomorrow.
I never saw. He did Ambulance. I didn't see that one yet.
Ambulance was so fun.
Yeah, I know a lot of people liked
I
it.
can definitely tell you that it's definitely one of Michael Bay's
Ooh,
better movies.
The Sisters Brothers. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, dude, it's good. It's a Western with Joaquin Phoenix, John C. Reilly, and Jake Gyllenhaal. And Riz
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Prisoners, Zodiac, clearly.
Yeah, it's insane how many movies he's been
Nightcrawler,
in.
Nightcrawler, Prisoners, and Southpaw. Yeah, we talked about Southpaw. Yep.
I've
But
seen I've seen some memes of Ambulance, and he's hilarious. And it's
yeah, guys, since we're running a little bit short on time, it's I think we're gonna wrap this up here for tonight. Justin, thank you so much for being here, man. It was a really,
dude.
really big pleasure having you on.
Yeah, man, it was fun. We just nerded out. It was great energy from you, man. Thanks for having me and talking to me, and it was nice.
Absolutely.
Thanks everybody in the chat for coming in, being so nice to us.
Yeah, and let everybody know where they can find you, so that we can just plug your social media stuff.
Yep, my YouTube is the Jay Shray Way. You can see it. I got it on the screen behind me. But it says Jay Shray Way, but you got to put the before. That's kind of spaced and stuff. It's a little hard to find. But yeah, I do reactions and some short movie reviews and stuff like that. And then I got an Instagram, Papa Shray, Twitter, Jay Shray. Yeah, that's about it. And hopefully you'll see me back on here one day on the Luke Ponto channel.
Absolutely. And again, go subscribe to his channel. His link is in the description below. Subscribe to me as well. Tap on that bell. Hit that thumbs up. And look forward to my review for Blue Beetle, probably coming Friday. Because, again, when I get home, I got to get to bed because I got to get up early for work. But you know what? I'm seeing it tomorrow night. I'm pumped. So hopefully it goes well. So we will see you guys in the next one. And remember, keep loving the movies. Keep loving each other. We will see you all in the next one. Peace.
Peace out.